so weird for me. I have the urge to do like the normal intro for going live. Okay, so here we are jumping in to our Questing Society follow up to our session 0.5, where our new group of adventurers spent their first little bit of time in Oceron here in the capital of Atranaxos. In a bar outside of the Willows, after being recruited by Galtrana, a half-elf student whose friend Arella had gone missing. Thinking that something was up and nobody really listening to her, she met the group outside of the Willows in the Accidental Mind, a tavern in the area. And after getting the information from her and offer of a reward, the three of you teamed up to go see if you could get some information at Arella's lodgings in the Willows. After doing a little bit of digging around in her little student room, you were interrupted by somebody trying to break their way into the room. After a little bit of magical assistance, getting some questions in for one of the group who was trying to move in there, with the other two being at least dressed in student garb. A fight ensued with that group, and with that ending with both one of the students and Aspen yelling, "Help, help, they're attacking students." And with that attention being brought to the three of you, two members of the Green Guard, the guards here at the Willows, came and took you to a holding area where one of the leaders of the Green Guard of the Willows there came, talked to you about what happened, told you that you were banned from the Willows and to be on your best behavior, so to speak, that, one of you killed a student, and so you're kind of lucky to get out of the Willows at all without more punishment. But given the circumstances and how everything played out, you can at least be escorted off the premises. So with that, the group went back to the Accidental Mind and having some drinks. Agni brought out their wildfire spirit and caught a bunch of shit on fire, and that's where we left off, with Galtrana coming back in looking for the three of you frantically. I believe you guys have at least patted down the fire and nothing's on fire currently, so we can say you guys are just kind of chilling at the table, although you were cut off by the Urson owner of the tavern there, Garcius.
So I'm pretty sure I was doing I think I just completed a medicine check to bring that person back to life.
That's right. Yeah, they had been downed, right?
Yeah.
So it was looking pretty rough. We can say we'll pick up here where at the very least nobody is pulling out any weapons ready to attack you guys or anything. Mm-hmm. And with the help there, you guys are able to get that person out the door with their friends and on the way to some more healing.
And we notice her come in?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'd say so. What I would say is she'll find you guys. She's looking around frantically enough. She'll see you guys unless you guys are trying to hide from her.
I'll just kind of like flag her over, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, she locks eyes with you guys and hurriedly moves over to your table, kind of looks at it questioningly with the burn marks on it. And
it looks better now, yes?
What happened?
I did an awesome trick. You want to see it again?
No. And she kind of like puts her hands out ready to cast a spell back at you if you try anything.
Oh, okay. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Right. So what I guess I'm happy you telling me about what happened here and why there's burn marks here. What the fuck happened? There's talks of a dead student, and I had some of the Green Guard stop me, and now I'm not to be going to any classes and might be suspended myself. What did you do?
Ooh. Things got complicated.
I'm trying to remember if we ever said her name to anybody.
I
I guess
don't
my-
believe so, but I do know for a fact that the dwarf had said we've got rumors of a missing student. She's been bringing it up to people for a while. So the dwarf did say specifically, we know that a student went outside the school to talk to you guys. So you have gotten confirmation that they know of a student at least. It's it was kind of implied that they know about her too.
Oh, okay. I mean, it was self-defense.
Did you find anything useful out at least? Was it at least worth it?
We found several leads. There is we found her diary, and she had written about a few situations that she had going on. One of them was something about an Eric Kakra named Altana, who she had issues with. There was an assistant professor, Ryu, who had been making unwanted advances on her.
Yeah, she said he's kind of a dick, but nothing more than that.
And then we found something about a person named Davinar, who's been giving her issues and joining the department.
That's her professor. He's the professor of archaeology. He's the one who teaches or archaeomancy. He's the one who teaches. His classroom is up on Muthradil. She's been studying under him for some time. I don't know everything, but she said something about him not listening to her theory about finding something that was important in the ruins there. He wanted to focus on what they had been focusing on the whole time, but she thought that would be too slow.
Yeah, it said something about her using prohibited magic, so I'm guessing that probably has something to do with that. On her being given issues.
I don't know anything about that.
And then, lastly, kind of ties into what you probably heard about with the student. An individual named Kendar sent thugs to kind of ransack her place and knock off anybody who knew about what she was looking into. And I do believe, I didn't write this down, but if I recall correctly, that that individual I spoke to mentioned the Professor Ryu as well.
Said he had opened his mouth.
Yep. So there's a lot.
They wanted to kill over this?
Yeah, that's why that student ended up dying. He picked the wrong one.
So this is something. This isn't just her running off. We have to help her. We have to go help her.
What were they looking for? And what was her theory?
I don't know much about it. She said something about finding a new ruin that was related to something that the I don't have a word for this. The Ilsharans is now the official word for those from Ilshare. The Ilsharans had found before they disappeared. Not something that they had discovered, but something about the Ilsharans themselves. And Davenar was not interested. He said it was just void hysteria. And any research into the void is flashy and gets a lot of eyes, but isn't true archaeomancy. That's current events. That's not. He's a little frustrating from what she says.
This lady's going to hear in her head, what does this have to do with the void? Just in my voice.
She kind of moves back a little. I don't know much. It's nothing specifically that she said, but that it was about the Ilsharans. It was about them, not about their research, not about their history. It was about them. Nobody knows what happened to them still, and if she found something that might give any indication of that, maybe that had something to do with it. Oh, you guys can roll a history check if you'd like for some void history.
Sure. Ooh. 17.
That is a 9.
Auto fail.
Okay, got it. So, Agni, very fitting that you have absorbed the most about the void and what happened in the time leading up to the void. And essentially, that approximately 500 years ago, a small anomaly showed up over Ilshare and slowly began to grow and grow and grow. And eventually, when it grew large enough, champions of the gods began to get involved, and the entire world of Lixis was united for the first time ever in trying to stop this void that anything that it touched disappeared. It began to consume. And that was what led to the chaining of the gods, that it involved stopping their divine power from growing. And there were theories, nothing was ever confirmed, but it was a process that took so much power that it regionally locked the gods to where they were in this very disastrous moment and this very desperate attempt to stop something that was out of everybody's control. And Ilshare itself was shattered completely. It became the Shattered Islands of Ilshare that you guys know now. But the residents of Ilshare disappeared completely. There was not any remains that were found of any resident who was on Ilshare in any way. There was no skeletons, there was no corpses, there was nothing at all. There was not like empty clothes or anything either. People were just gone. And Ilshare was mostly human before the void. There was a mix of other races as well, but they're gone. They were gone. And so some research has been done in order to figure out if it was residents of Ilshare who caused the void to appear. If it was their hubris of, magical practitioners doing something, dabbling in something that they shouldn't have. If it was some sort of blasphemous worship of a up-and-coming god that was worshipped in quiet that led to the void happening. People aren't quite sure. So void research and the residents of Ilshare are often tied together in that there are some who believe that if you find out what happened to the residents of Ilshare, you can figure out what the origins of the void are, where it came from, what it is, why it is. But it is also fanciful. That's the conspiracy theories of the realm are centered around the void and what it is. And for every piece of information that has been confirmed about what happened to Ilshare and why the void appeared, there have been 100 theories that were wrong, but were still accepted and spread as rumors about what happened. And so there are many tales from the void, if you will, about what happens as a result. Things being mutated or sent out, or things being created, or boogeymen. Stories told to children about the void. But it sounds like this situation is wrapped up in that a student thought there was something legitimate that might have to do with the residents of Ilshare, as opposed to taking over the research that they were doing into this ancient culture that was older than Ilshare itself, which is what Davenar wants to focus on.
Did you write all that down, Gellert?
Nope.
I'll post the VOD.
Well, it's just what he told us before about the origins of the void.
Yeah, this is all stuff you guys have heard before, but like kind of all putting a nice bow on it and tying it together with what you're seeing now. Here we go.
Yeah. And I share none of that with the other two.
Okay.
Did she maybe mention where these new ruins might be located?
No, not to me, if she did.
This sucks.
Davenar might know, but I do know they're not around here. We are, and just to give you guys a little geography, we're on Zadara. Osran's on Zadara. The classroom's all the way on Muthdil. The classrooms, the doors to the classrooms are teleportation based. The teachers can have classrooms wherever they want on Lixus. At least the very hands-on learning styles, if that's what the professor decides on. And the site that they're working on is in Muthdil. To travel there without the teleportation magic would take weeks. I don't think we have weeks. But the door's in the school.
So most likely we have to go talk to this Davenar gentleman.
He's the only one I can think of that would know. That she might have told. He's the one who was rejecting it. Ryu would be there too. She would have spent her time there at the classroom, gone and spent days or a week at a time being the associate professor, working on the ruins there. But Rio would too. If he's involved, that's also where he would be.
Where are they?
Where are they? Where are the ruins?
No, the people you just said. Where are they?
Oh, they're on there. On Muthdil? Up in the ruins. It's the northern part of Muthdil.
So take me there.
I can't take you there. So the doors take you there.
Where's the store?
And she looks to the two.
And I pointed like the tavern door.
Real?
Is it that door?
That you have to go through that door first. Yeah.
All right. And then he stands up and starts walking towards the door.
I'm curious to see what happens after he goes through it.
This man is like a sim.
So he's just gonna walk out the tavern, and then he's just gonna stand there, like look around, looking for the other,
Waiting
the
for
next
the next
door.
input.
Yeah. And then after like a minute or two, he's gonna come back in, and he's gonna be like, "Where's the next door?"
History check.
Is there like a staff like office or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's lots of offices. Roll you wanted to roll a history check?
No, I wanted to.
Oh.
We got kicked out of the school, right? We're not allowed back into the
True,
grounds.
true.
Yes.
So I think we might need to sneak in. And Rollock's gonna get like a really nice grin on his face at the prospect of doing something illegal once more.
I look, if we could do it any other way, I would be happy to try. But if she's really in trouble and they're spending their time investigating, she could be in danger now.
Would you be willing to help us?
I would. Would you be willing to help me?
What can you do?
Well, I have some abilities.
We do not want to be babysitters.
Oh, she goes, oh no. You won't need to babysit. And let me see here.
I think you guys already signed up for this.
And she will at least cast a mage hand and just kind of move one of the empty cups around on the table. I have some magical abilities. We're trained in combat as well as other magics.
I think Rollock's just gonna look over at Aspen and shrug, like, "Yeah, I'm down, whatever."
I mean, you say we're not here to babysit, but we're with this guy who stares at walls. So
As he's currently staring at a wall.
That's why we have no time for babysitting. Look at him.
Is everything okay with him? Did he get hit in the head in the fight?
he was like that before the fight.
Oh,
Only time will tell.
okay. All right. So,
Honestly, he's half the reason why I'm still doing this. We have to understand, yes?
sure.
His eyes are just
Whatever gets you to help my friend. She just kind of, you see her, even with your passive insight, you can see her questioning, should I just walk out of here and do this myself? She really thinks about that hard for a second, but you just get that twinge of, no, I need help. And looks at the three of you and says, I'm not supposed to be on the grounds right now either. At least while everything is in review. I can come with you and we can all sneak, or I can try and create a distraction for the three of you to get in. But we're going to need... there are ways to make sure that only students use the door, and we're going to have to figure out a way around that. Or at least figure out a way to get a hold of those. And she pulls up a sleeve on her arm, and you see a series of tattoos on her arm. She has 4 of them. At the beginning of each year, you get your key for your classes, and you see her kind of unattuned to one of hers and pull off a square piece of metal that has a sharp needle-like edge to it. They're actually spell tattoos. They don't give you any abilities, but they are attuned to each of the doors to get through, so that the students can travel using those doors. Otherwise, it'd get a little messy. They didn't want it commercialized, so people could charge money for it, to just be ways to get their special considerations. Special permissions can be granted by heads of the department, but those are spells that would have to be cast by the heads themselves, and it might be easier if we tried. Well, maybe it'd be easier. There is a tiefling named Lockru who is in charge of the keys of the tattoos. We could try to get them from her. Yeah, tiefling. Yeah, we could try and get them from her. She's pretty humorless and pretty powerful, and might get very angry if we do, and she finds us out. But that's an option too.
And where might she be?
I can show you where if I can get in with you, but I can at least give you directions. And she at least gives you like a physical description of where to go. It is in like a kind of an administrative area where there are more offices. This would be where the offices of some of the heads of the departments are as well. And it is essentially a very, it's essentially an office that she has where there is a vault in it. Not a huge vault, but a room-sized vault where she keeps these keys, as described to you. And the one that she shows you, the keys themselves physically don't have any markings on them, but she has a kind of very simple spell that she casts where you can see the glow of magic that the doors are attuned to. So detect magic spell would also show you the same glow. She has a kind of cantrip version that she uses, but they are not physically visible to the eye. We could, I mean, talking to her seems pretty useless. That's literally her job, is to guard those keys. We could wait till tonight and maybe try and break in, but that's going to be very strong defenses too. So.
I have been known to be stealthy, but magic. I look over at Aspen. Just shrugs.
Yeah, don't know what that meant.
I don't know how useful. I think I would be good at it, but how stealthy do you think we are going to be?
I mean, I'm not too bad when it comes to that.
I like your confidence.
I'm just worried about.
I look over at Acme.
There it is.
Just kind of stop where I'm like what I'm saying. And just
I
kinda
think
look.
I understand. Yes.
He's just staring at some fire now in a lantern.
I do think that this is our best possible option.
Well, I think we should do it then.
Let's do it. Let's do it now. And he just stands up and gets up and starts to walk out towards Agni.
And she just kind of looks, great. Yeah. She pulls out 2 health potions. I have these if I can bring them with, or if you need them now. I know you guys were in a fight today already. Okay, well, I'll hold on to them. And she puts them back in her bag.
Yeah, I was kind of
No. I'll take one.
I was gonna say, if Agni heard that, he's just gonna stare at her.
Did we get like a
Blank
long
face.
rest or something, or
No, we
I don't think you
haven't.
guys
no?
did. Yeah,
How is
yeah.
everybody feeling right now? Because all my shit still looks like we're good, except for
I'm tapped out on magic,
I
but
was gonna say
I wouldn't mind taking a long
I'm
rest.
pretty low on magic at the moment.
on
That
the
sounds
meta.
about
Yeah.
right. Anybody with the ability to cast is out of spells, and the barbarian's good to go.
The barbarian's always good to go.
Well, yeah, actually, I don't think I can rage technically, so
Ooh,
I
wow.
wouldn't mind taking a nap.
Just, if you were to rest for a long time, we could wait till night, or otherwise, if we're trying to do something during the day, maybe something shorter.
Well, I think we should definitely wait till nightfall. Yes,
Okay.
I do like the night. And he's like a very toothy grin, cheesy vampire
you-
comedy.
I was gonna say, are you trying to hide your fangs at all?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to like just straight up bear a weapon.
Give me like a stealth check. Yeah, give me a
Yeah,
slide
let's
of
do
teeth.
Sleight
Slide
of
of teeth.
teeth.
Stealth check.
Slide of teeth. Oh god.
It's 19.
Ooh.
19. Okay. She does not notice. She seems to be pretty pretty distracted.
That is the way that I like them.
So if anyone's paying attention, whenever the mention of like at nighttime and darkness and whatnot is brought up, Agni is somewhat visibly uneasy about that. That's if anyone's paying attention, though.
So actually, have you told us about your situation there, Kevin?
I mean, it's been pretty obvious, but no, man, he doesn't like. He's
Oh.
not hiding, but he's like not saying anything either.
Agni still thinks we're looking for vampires.
I mean, he's
Yeah, I would
straight
say
up,
you did specifically ask about
it's
it.
literally the only reason he's here. That's why he was talking about he's curious about Agni, but he would have left already.
No, I'm just curious because my passive perception is higher than what you rolled.
Hell yeah, man.
I was gonna say, so is mine.
Oh, very interesting. Agni, you're staring at the fire, but you can hear the fangs.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything about it. Say, I'm still a little shooketh by the talk of nighttime and darkness.
Well, then, for the sake of brevity, what I'll say is if you guys want to rest here at the tavern, it will cost.
Didn't we pay for it
some
before we
point.
got like
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably paid for
We
it.
did.
Okay, then you have paid. Then I'll
before they got pissed at us and we got cut
Yeah,
off?
yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
I was wondering if we were still welcome to get our rooms. So
You're still cut off, but you're still welcome to your rooms.
sweet.
Okay, good. I need to sober up anyway.
All right, so then with that, the three of you go back and spend a long rest in the rooms and wake up to an evening in Oseron, the capital port city of Atranaxos. And I'm change the vibe a little bit here for nighttime. Tavern is a little busier at night, but this is not a very rowdy tavern overall. It is not your kind of your standard, piratey brawls and gambling going on. There are quite a few people here, and there are people drinking, but it is overall more of just a loud, hushed kind of amalgam of all the noise and people talking here. As the three of you make your way down after resting to nighttime here. You can see that Galtrana is here. She is not wearing her student outfit anymore. She has really changed her look a lot. She has her hair down now, covering her half-elven ears, and more of like a travel outfit. Neutral colors as opposed to the brighter colors that would indicate she's a student. Since some of y'all motherfuckers have high passive perception, it looks like she has also removed the other tattoos that were on her arm, so that they are not there anymore.
Once we kind of gather, I'm gonna kind of like stretch as if waking up from a long nap, and I'm going to cast False Life on myself, and my skin's going to get a little bit frostier and colder, just a little bit.
Okay.
Does it sparkle on the sun?
Just a little bit, yeah. Very faintly. Just across the shoulders, a little spatter. 5. That's terrible.
Hey man, could be the difference between life and death. You never know.
Yes, it can.
Okay. Assuming everybody gathers with Galtrana at the table, speak up if not. But so long as everybody else gathers, okay. Anybody have any specific plans? I can lead us there. We'll have at least 4 green guard at the entrance to get past. They are pretty strong, pretty powerful. If we don't make it past them, yeah, I don't. That's stage 1. So Anybody have any ideas or suggestions?
Can you say that again, Josh? My apologies. Just the first part.
She's saying that the first part is getting past the green guard. There should be at least 4 green guard at the open entrance, the large entrance that is almost like walking into the fallen stump of a tree. She just says there's 4 of them there. That will be the first stage. Does anybody have any ideas or suggestions?
Is it like a gateway with 2 on one side and 2 on the other, facing opposite directions?
There would be 4 facing outwards, kind of equidistant. Okay.
Let's see.
Is it just a tree, or is there a way to like go around and go over a wall, or?
Man, so getting in on the sides would be tough. So the connecting there's the 4 willow trees, and they are all kind of in a line, and it looks like a fall. It's not, but it looks almost like a fallen tree trunk, because there's a lot of wood that has been grown out and connected to create this like half dome over it, to create a closed space and protection for these willows and anybody who's here to study. So there's 2 sides that you can go in. You can go in either side. Both sides would have 4 green guard each. There are some places that have windows on the outside. Those are going to be on the higher end of things because of the way it goes up. Usually, if there is that, there's a little bit of a ledge in a window. It's exceedingly rare to have those, but there are some. Mostly, it is in private offices of professors and headmasters and heads of the departments, and excuse me, or specifically if there's something that's needed, like ventilation. So if there's a forge or a blacksmith who's working there, there are like chimneys or exhaust vents for those types of things as well. So it's not completely impenetrable other ways, but it is not common. There's not a ton of windows. It's not like you can just hop into a window of student lodging and get in through there.
You did say offices, though.
They're sure. Yeah, sure.
Mm.
How do you determine how high you can jump?
That would be specifically. It's related to your strength score. I always have to look up the rules.
Yeah. Dude, my dump stat all the time is strength.
Yeah, it's not looking good in that department.
When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
I can jump 4 feet.
You're an Olympian. And I can get up to any of those windows if we want.
I say, can I get a perception check to see what kind of wildlife are in the area right now?
You can roll a perception check.
That's yeah.
That's real good. 22.
22. Okay. So what I'll say with a 22, that is very good. And you guys, if you guys are you talking inside the tavern, just right outside the tavern in the general area? Like, are you going outside to look around?
Kind of like the entire area, because I'm wanting to see like, there's like trees and shit, and like this is a kind of like
sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, like, I mean, we're in a big city, but it is a very like natural looking for a big city for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like what kind of common animals, like birds that you see flying by, or like if there's squirrels skittering constantly around,
Sure.
Something.
Yeah, absolutely. With a 22, I'll give you quite a big breakdown. The answer is not very much. If you're used to a big city in general, then you would be expecting quite a bit more. I'm not going to say none, because there are some. You do see, generally speaking, there are some ravens who make their city, this city their home. There are little small sparrows and songbirds that you see occasionally. Again, this is exceedingly rare. I'll say with a 22, you do currently see like a little sparrow flying by. Mm-hmm. With a 22, you see a single cat on the streets, and it looks like it's kind of out and out looking around for mice or something like that. You see off in one of the alleys as you follow the cat, you see it find a mouse and then kind of skitter away. That's it. That is
Wow.
absolutely it. And part of the reason is here knowing about the dynamics of the awakened. That any animal who is brought here is not going to reproduce in a way that will bring more animals. If there are cats here in Oseron, it is because they are cats that have been brought here from another continent after they have been born and already been alive for at least a few days, or I guess I would say at least a few weeks, for a specific purpose often. So last time we talked about the fact that rats and mice are something that show up in Oseron, especially in port areas, big port towns, because they come on ships. Whether you want them to or not, those end up moving here on ships. And then sometimes cats will be brought in to help with the rodent problem that might be happening. But any animal that is born on Atranaxos or Nindaril, and presumably the Scaled Islands as well, within the first couple of weeks of their life, they are granted sentience and become awakened. So not very much. There is a sparrow, like I said, you do catch like a little sparrow, and you do see a cat going after a mouse, but far less than you'd expect to see in a big city this size, because of the reasons given. With a 22, I even say that you know a little bit about the nature tenders from Nindaril, who are allowed to do their work on Atranaxis as well, who are the ones who will be bringing animals to the different areas to create some sort of balance between what is there, because that is all just completely thrown way the fuck off with the nature magic and how it affects the area.
All right, we're gonna go ahead. All right, so he's just gonna like look up. We're outside, right?
Yeah.
He's
Or we
just gonna
can be
look-
for this if you want to.
Oh yeah, I thought we were on our way to the place, right? Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, as we're on our way to the place, he's just gonna like look around, and be like, "Wow, this is not very exciting." And then I am going to wild shape into a raven.
Poof. Nice. Do so.
And then I'm literally just gonna like stay above, whether I need to like hop across tops of buildings, just staying with the group.
Okay. I think that's the first time you've done that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys all see Agni.
Well, that could be useful.
And then you just see me land on the building that we're all about down, and I'm just staring at you. And then
And Galtron was like, he's a starer. He stares a lot.
I almost feel like that's probably his natural form.
Oh,
So
he is a raven?
That would make sense.
everyone's gonna hear in their minds, "Why are we wasting time? We need to get moving."
Maybe not.
That wasn't. I didn't say it. That. It's like looking around. Galtron, do any of these windows get us close to Lockrew's office?
Potentially they could, yeah. If we walk around to the other side, they'd be in the same area, at least in the same set of administrative offices. Administrative offices. We'd have to get through the door into the hallways and then find where the keys are kept.
Well, that's my idea. What do you guys got?
Where, like, how high is like the closest window?
If we're talking elevation 120 feet up, it's pretty high.
Jeez.
I mean,
I
when
think I
I'm
can
talking
still get
about
up
these
there.
willows are giant willow trees. So for it to like the top of this thing is probably it almost kind of is reminiscent of like old wooden airplane hangars, super tall, probably 200 or 250 feet tall, and So with a radius of 250 feet, they would be at least that wide as well. It actually kind of is a little oblong in the way it sits too. So it is a very large structure.
I could still make it.
She goes, man, I don't know that I'd have a way to get up there, but if all of you could, I could stay on the ground and keep watch at least. I could give you directions to where I know where it is inside, but I don't know directions from the offices to there, so you might have a hard time finding it.
You said the closest windows were on the other side, right?
She was saying the windows, not the closest windows, but the windows to get closer to where you're trying to go.
Okay, yeah.
Well, should make our way towards those ones then, huh?
Sure. We could say you guys do that over the next... It's big enough that it takes a full, 35-40 minutes to get around to the other side. But you do, and you can see up here, probably about 140 feet up, you can see that there are a total of 6 windows that are in the general area.
All right, I would like to fly up to each window and look in there to find our window.
One by one?
One by one.
Go ahead and roll 6 perception checks. No. Go ahead and roll
I got
perception
6
check
die
in general. just one perception check.
Okay.
For this.
Oh! That's a total of 7.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1. If that
It sounded like it based on that. So you go in and you kind of look in and tap 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 tap, and tap 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 tap, and you see that there's a little candle in the first one that goes and just lights, and you just stare at it.
Can I cast any spells while I'm in wild shape?
No, you cannot. You can concentrate on spells, but you cannot cast spells.
Like I couldn't do my control flames while I'm in wild shape form. Okay, never mind then. Just be like, stare at the fire for a little bit.
But otherwise, it looks like a general office. With 7, you see there's bookshelves and a desk and a door. And then you go to the other ones and you see they have bookshelves and a desk and a door. And you get to the next one and it's the third one and you see a bookshelf and a desk and a door. And by that point, you think that's got to be what all of them have.
Yeah. I'm just going to telepathically down to everyone. It's like, are you guys coming up here or not?
I can get up there, but I don't think I have enough rope. I only have 50 feet, I believe.
Galtrana would pull out. Oh, I brought some rope actually.
I
we
also
might need
have
it.
rope.
Well, I believe that solves our problem. Here, tie these together. And I chuck the rope over to to Galtrana.
She grabs it and she'll take it, and rather than tying it together, she puts the 2 ends together and does 4 castings of mending to get all the fibers to match up, because those are just fibers. And
It's very
does
nice.
that to make longer lengths of rope. And if you guys want to use mending to mend rope in the future, you can do that, because I just did that with a character.
So we have 150 now?
150.
Shall I take the rope up to the bird?
Can we give the rope to the bird? And he brings it up.
Heavy. I mean, 150 feet of rope is not light. Lighter than a crow can carry, I would say.
I am a raven. I don't know.
Oh, ravens are bigger. Touche. That's fair.
Would it be based on strength?
I will give you a strength check at disadvantage if you wanted to fly back down and try and carry the rope up.
I could literally just carry
I know
it.
how this is gonna. I know how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Okay.
I want everyone to know a raven has -4 on strength checks.
I'm gonna hold the end out for him to grab.
30 pounds.
You said at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that actually wasn't too bad. So it's going to be a 9.
A 9 is not enough. No, I was going to give you a 1 DC for every 10 feet. You get 90 feet up in the air and very impressively get it most of the way. But it drops.
It's the little raven that could, yes? I think I'm just going to pick the rope up and then walk to the base.
Okay.
And then just start walking towards the top. In fact, I'll probably just start sprinting towards the window.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So Rolex starts to do that.
Stealthily.
I would say
Stealthily sprinting. No, it's just
Is it
stealthily.
like
Yeah.
Spider-Man walking up this wall.
Hey,
I
what
am
a perfect
Spider-Man.
time to say that. If I had said one more word, I would have said
Thanks,
sorry. That was literally the next thing I was about to say.
You know what? I think playing Magic yesterday primed me for what you want.
Yeah, there you go. So here's the thing, though. You can't run and be stealthy. You have to choose.
Okay, I'll be stealthy.
It's also like it's a stealth check, but you're still like walking up a wall. So like you have line of sight on a lot of stuff that have line of sight.
If I use a hand and 2 feet, could I technically be closer to the wall? Well, I don't know. It's just a
Sure.
straight stealth wall.
If you can explain to me how on a wall without like anything covering you, you can be stealthy against like a wooded, tree-based building.
I got nothing. Yeah.
I'll give you something, but otherwise, you're still line of sight with a ton of stuff.
Gotcha.
This is honestly, this is mostly going to be for if anybody hears, or I guess with you walking, it's not going to be super loud or anything. But yeah, go ahead and roll that stealth check. Let's see what you get.
That's an 18.
An 18, pretty good. Okay. Okay, so I will say that you are able to get up about 120 feet. You're 20 feet up from the window. I would say the rest of the group sees just a random person. It doesn't look like they're a guard or anything, but sees a random person come around, and they see the three of you. And is everything okay? I will say this is just like a human male.
Did they see me or they see them down there?
They see them down there, and they look up and see you, and look back down to them and say, "Everything okay down there?" Or "Everything okay over
Would
here?"
I wouldn't even notice that, would I?
No.
Damn,
must
they
get this
they
rope
saw
to the
him.
bird.
They saw him with his stealth roll still.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like we're talking about, it's still a guy walking on the side of a building, and they rolled super high on their roll. So, and this is like I said, it's not a guard that rolled high on this perception check. This was just kind of a random person, but we do have somebody walking up just saying, "Hey, everything okay here?" That pale person is walking up a building.
Yep, everything's good.
I don't even know. I guess roll a persuasion or deception check, depending on what you feel is most
I
appropriate.
was gonna say everything is going great.
I know. I was like, it's kind of not true, I guess. Whatever you feel like rolling here.
That is a 12 persuasion.
12 persuasion. That is okay. Everything's great here. I mean, okay. Are you guys from the school? Are you helping out with the school?
Yeah, there was a window up there. Something cracked it, so we're just taking a look. See what we're gonna need to bring in the morning.
For that one, I will ask for a deception check specifically.
Yeah. Oh no. That's a 6.
Really?
I can't get any help from what's her face.
Because it kind of looks like. Because it kind of looks like you're trying to break in to the Willows.
So I'm
And he
gonna.
starts to kind of slowly start to back away.
Do I see any of this?
Oh yeah, you're right there. Yeah.
As a bird up here?
Oh, that's right. You are still a bird.
Yeah.
I guess that's up to you. If you were up top waiting for Rolak, then I'd say no. If you're watching from there, you could at least see them come up and now start to back away. If you were flying overhead, keeping an eye out, then you could be there. Whatever you feel was honestly what you were doing.
Yeah, I would have just been sitting on the windowsill, impatient, waiting for them and just watching them coming
And then
up.
I'd say you can see it for sure. You could roll a perception check to see if you can hear it.
Okay. Where the hell am I? Oh, that dice went to jail. That's why. Oh, this one's going straight to jail too. 8.
Nah, you can see it, and you see this person starting to back away. Galtara now is kind of moving forward, looking to Aspen on kind of like, what do we do here?
I'm just gonna start like aggressively tapping the window with my beak. Just like making a rush to the top, you know.
I thought the idea was supposed to be stealthy, my friend. Because I'm still just making my way.
Climbing up the wall.
Yeah, we'll say, Rolak, by this
Hi-ho,
time you get there to the
hi-ho.
window now. Yeah, you get to the window then now, sure.
Why are you
For sure.
making so much noise?
And then I just want to like motion with my head down low. Trying to get him.
I
to
don't.
look
Are
up.
you? I don't have food. Okay.
Telepathically, I'm be like, you idiot, there's someone down there.
Well, there should be 2 people down there. And then I look down.
And you see 3 people. And
Oh,
one of
that's
them
not
slowly
good.
backing away, like looking up at you guys and then slowly backing away.
I am going to summon Saku
Okay.
behind the guard.
Okay.
And I'm
Not a
going to
guard.
say-
Not a guard.
Who is
Just
it?
just a person. Just like
Just a person.
just a human dude.
Just a random
Yeah.
person.
So I'm going to summon Saku right behind him, say snake, and run.
Oh, okay. So that's from your snake charmer, right?
It's
Or
the
what
companion
mechanic you looking
one,
at here?
The bond.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to have to tweak it because I wanted it to be more of like a spirit, not just like a straight up companion.
Right, for sure. Remind me
So,
of the
the
specific
one-
mechanic we're doing for this one here, though.
It would just
what
be the
this is?
bond.
Okay.
So what I put as the extra is the familiar version of the snake.
Oh, I see. You're telling Saku to run.
No, I'm summoning Saku behind him, saying snake to get the guy's attention to look at Saku, and I
Okay, I see. I thought you were doing like a command or a persuasion thing. I was like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I see. You're just bringing up a snake and say, "Oh no, snake, run!" I understand now. Sorry it took so long to get there. I see what you're trying to do. Not a magical. I mean, magical in that you're bringing a magical thing up, but not a magical
This party is very
command
simple.
of some sort. Yeah, this part is very simple here. All right, so there's going to need to be some rolls about this here. Oh man, the deception was really bad. Go ahead and roll me an intimidation for this one.
oh god,
This
charisma's
is-
not my
this
thing.
is intimidation. This is going to be against their insight. DC is going to be 12, is what they rolled.
I rolled a 21.
Okay. So they turn into. Oh shit, snake! Oh god, I fucking hate snakes! And he just turns and starts to run away. Looks up one more time and runs off.
I guess I'll just wave. Holy shit. That fucking worked?
I just imagine Galtrana's just standing there like, What the hell's going
Kind of the same thing. She says the same thing that Rolex says. Holy shit, that fucking worked.
Sloppy but effective.
I come walking back. It's like, wow, that worked.
Yeah, so with that, Rolex gets up with the rope. There's a small, like, I don't know, 8-inch to 12-inch, like a foot-long ledge on the window itself that you can stand on. Otherwise,
Are there any like sconces or like anything coming off of it that I can potentially tie the rope to?
not
Actually, you know
really.
what? I might have pitons or pitons.
Oh, there you go.
I do not have pitons. No pitons for me. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to. I'm gonna look. Rolex gonna look down at Galtrona and then kind of just point at the first window he's at.
Okay.
Is this one good? Kind of from 140 feet away.
What are
you know?
you saying? What are you? I don't.
He's gonna like this one. Is it this one? With hand gestures.
And she just thumbs up. Yeah, that's sure. I don't. What is he? She just asked him. What is he
this
saying?
one. This is the one that we want.
What's the wall made of that he's climbing?
Wood.
Oh, it's wood. Oh shit. Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
and try to pin the rope to the wall.
Rollock's gonna be like looking down, like in a I don't have anywhere to put it in gestures. Like I have nothing with like a fat stack of rope on like above his hand.
Okay. What's your range on your bow here for this one?
Oh, it's a longbow, so
So pretty big, right? I think it's like 300, 600 or something.
150.
150. Okay. Hey, that's 10 under. So you could roll with advantage. To get the rope specifically. So if you're just trying to get near Rolak, it's a 12. Is going to be just roll it to hit. It's a 12. If you're trying to hit the rope while he's holding it, that's like a 20 to do. You roll at least 20.
Actually, when I was looking at the description, I think it has an AC.
The ropes have ACs.
I think it does.
What?
Fair, but this is also like what he's holding up in his hand here. So like,
Okay.
yes, a rope has an AC. Like if you're holding a rope right in front of you, a rope has an AC and you can cut it. But like if you're trying to pin what he's holding in his hand, you got to account for that as well.
I had to try.
Good call.
What'd you say it was?
20 to hit the rope while he's holding it. 12 to just get it near him so he can do that.
That's a 21.
21. So we're like, you're holding it. I don't know where, and just.
Yeah. Okay, that will work. I'm gonna try and open this. I guess I'll open the window now that I don't have to hold the rope. Try to open the window.
It does seem like it is locked. Simple latch on the inside. It doesn't seem like it's like super heavy. It's not bars on the windows, but it is at least latched closed.
It's the window. Window's the window, right?
Mhm.
I start tapping on the glass.
Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
I'll like tap a few times, then I look at him, look at Rolex, and then I'll just tap and just sitting here wondering why won't he break the window?
Well, I kind of wanted to try it without breaking it, but okay. And I take my dagger and I just like the bottom left section, whichever section is closest to the latch, and I'm just gonna plunge the dagger, just put more and more pressure until the glass fractures, cracks, and then pushes through.
Okay.
As like
sure.
lightly as possible. Yeah.
As lightly as possible. Roll me a dexterity check to see how lightly that happens.
It's a 19.
19. Okay, sure. Sure.
Steady pressure.
So you do that. To do so, like, won't fully like break the glass, but you crack it quite a bit, and you get the dagger through, and you kind of make like a point where if you just kind of give it a tap, it'll break the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Doing
get to
that?
the point where I can. Yeah, go to the point where I can access the latch. Yeah.
Oh, I see. To access the latch.
If I'm through the glass, I want to unlock the latch now.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
I was
pushing a
thinking you were
hole.
putting it through a pane, like to try and crack it to break through. So with a 19 on the dex check, are you proficient with sleight of hand?
I am not. Plus
You're
2
not.
in it.
Okay, so that
Same
would have
as
been your
dex.
sleight of hand check,
Yeah.
anyways. Yeah, so it would have been your sleight of hand check, anyways. So with the 19, we'll say that you can get into the latch. We'll just say you get into the latch and pop that.
Yeah, there we go. See, it was not so hard. I'm gonna twirl my dagger and put it back and swing it open. And put a thumbs up back down to Aspen. We did it. Fine, crew.
With that, Aspen, you're down at the bottom with Galtara. You going up first, or are you letting her go first?
I'll let her go first.
Okay, sure. She goes up. It's going to be athletics check, which doesn't go super great for her, so she's kind of slow going up. But she starts getting up about 40 feet. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check as well.
Oh boy. Yeesh. That's an 8.
An 8. That's right about what she got, too. Actually, I think that is what she got. No, she got one less than that. So, you guys are slow going. Both of you get up to about 40 feet at this point. Rolak, you pop the window open. And about 40 feet up is where you're at when you look behind you and see the person who you had scared away with the snake coming back with 2 guards. They're probably about, because you're 40 feet up, you can see them about 150 feet away now, moving towards the wall where you guys are at.
Hey, do I see this as well from the window?
Yeah.
And can I reach the rope from where I'm at?
Yes.
Oh man, my athletics aren't all that great either. Wait, hold on a second. Nah, never mind.
You guys are trying to do strong people things.
Yeah, we're not strong.
If you said they're 150 feet away.
150 feet away from the wall, yeah. So they're about 170-ish range from you currently.
I'm going to tell Saku to go that direction.
Okay.
At least stall.
He gives a look of attack stall or stall.
Stall.
Paltry tricks. He goes down, and you see him slither down the wall and kind of towards the ground, and move around and start. You see like a little bit of darting through the grass. And so for Saku, just roll me a general. Let's make this a dexterity check for darting around to try and send them after this weird ethereal snake spirit first before coming after you guys.
God, I've not been rolling great. That is a 14.
A 14, okay. So that does beat the DC to distract them enough to give you another athletics check here. This next check is going to see if you can get up in time. If you can beat a 13, then you get up before Saku's done distracting them.
Ooh. That's a 16.
16, okay. You do hear down from the bottom, there's that fucking weird snake. Yeah, there, no. It's like, I don't see. Oh, wait, shit, I did see something. And they are kind of like moving through the grass, think they could catch it. Galtara, she does not beat a 13. She rolls a 12. She doesn't have any modifiers on that, so she does not beat it. And she is above you, so she was 1 under the DC, so she's gonna get in, and so you guys are gonna get in right as you start to hear, fuck it, we gotta see what's going on here. So you guys do make it in, but you hear that behind you as you go into the room.
I'm yanking the rope behind us.
Okay, got it. You do.
I'll close the window once they're inside.
Okay, got it. Let me check something as you do that.
Also, the false life thing is like an at will. and it's only like an hour duration, so I think he'd just continually be casting it.
You're cutting off a little bit there. What were you saying?
False Life, like it has a 1 hour duration, but it's an
Uh-huh.
at will thing feature for
nice.
Rolex. So like he would just be continually recharging it on a, after it
Okay.
expires.
Okay, got it.
Because I feel like it's been an hour.
I would say it has, yeah. So it's
It's been an hour.
yeah.
Ah, shit. Well,
It's been an hour since he cast False Life in the
very
tavern.
beginning, yeah.
Yeah, I would say you'd still have like 10, 15 minutes on the wild shape if you only have an hour.
okay.
So what I will say is Rolock, go ahead and roll an Arcana or Perception check.
I will be going with Perception. Oh, for 6.
Okay, yeah, totally fine.
Probably not.
Upon entering the room and like make sure the rope and the window are closed and everything, I would like to cast Detect Magic and look at my surroundings.
Okay, absolutely. What you see is magic coming from the desk. It seems like there is some magical locks on some of the drawers of the desk here. There, in this particular room, there seems to be a small like astrolabe that is just kind of spinning. There's like an enchantment that is keeping it perpetually moving on its own. There are, let's see here, with Detect Magic. If you're looking for the glowing things, the big thing that you pick out is that there seems to be the energy of it's kind of going of like a silver line over the window. You can roll an Arcana check to see if you recognize that.
Well, I have the spell Alarm.
If a player, if a player guesses it, then I'll just give it to you. So yes, you recognize the alarm spell on this window.
On the window we just went through.
Yes.
Oh no.
I am going to fly over to the door in the room and start tapping on the door with my beak, thinking this is the door we're looking for.
I believe that was the one that like leads in the hallway, right, Agni?
I think so. Are there multiple
Or
doors in
to
this
the
room?
next room?
No,
I
there's
guess.
just one door. Yeah, just the door to the
Okay,
hallway.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm just tapping on the door with my beak.
I agree with the bird. If they've seen us, and I don't know about the alarm, I believe that we should hurry.
I'm telling everybody right now.
Oh, then we should definitely hurry. I moved to the door to. Is this? I guess it doesn't matter, but alarmed.
Yeah, can I look at the door?
Sure. You see this one is alarmed as well.
Oh my god. What's all inside this room? Like, how big is it?
I mean, there's quite a bit of bookshelves. You see scrolls along the desk. It's mostly mundane. There's chairs. It looks like this is probably where there are meetings taking place between professors and headmasters. It looks nicer, like one of the nicer ones. Galtrana would say this is probably one of the heads of the department's offices. It doesn't look quite nice enough to be a headmaster, but it is nice enough to at least be a head of the department.
Okay. Can someone bar the door? I'm gonna look at the desk and see if I can find any documents, any like names or anything to try to give us an idea whose office this is.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a quick investigation check here to see if you can figure it out.
I'm going to
Why'd you
look
say
for the
quick?
biggest thing in the room to get ready to move it in front of the door if we need it.
Okay. The biggest thing in the room, there are, what I would say is the biggest thing in the room that's like the heaviest thing is probably the desk itself. But there are a variety of heavy bookshelves and items. I mean, bookshelves essentially that are full of books that you can put in front of the door.
I pick my angles. I set up the shot, and I'm waiting to push it over as soon as that door starts to rumble.
That's a 16.
A 16. Okay, got it. So what's standing out to you is almost like the layout of this desk. It's a little bit different than some of the others. What I would say is for a name, you find it's a singular name, Laramasa. Laramasa. And you kind of look at the seat that you're sitting on, and it feels very odd. It feels very small but tall. With a 16, you can also get that this is an Octangenti professor who would be sitting at this desk. One of the cephalids, the octopus people who they're not awakened, but are very arcane in practice. They have evolved separately from the awakened well before the awakened showed up.
Okay. You said there was something odd about the desk, or like a different layout. Like what's different? compared
Mostly
to-
the chair itself is a little bit odd. The Octangenti have these almost like smaller bodies, but it's this kind of very weird setup to where they have like they wear longer robes, so you don't actually really see their like physical body setup. But it is a small, very like narrow bit of chair to sit on. And the desk themselves are the way that they're spread out. There's nothing directly in front. It is all kind of spread around the sides. The desk itself extends out in a curved way to where you can see that it's more reaching for the sides, and you just kind of get the vibe of the way it's set up is not like geometric with like 90-degree angles. It's more curved and with the aesthetic of someone that would be from a more nautical background. And it's not just like the layout too; it's also the aesthetic as well.
Okay. Is that the only thing I see on the documents, or just the person's?
Documents are mostly schedules. I would say with the 16, that's pretty good. You do pick up that they are the head of biomancy. So they are mostly working on magical enchantments for enhancements of different creatures. It is a very regulated subject in Atranaxos, given the importance of balance. If Nindaril had their way, I guess you would even maybe even recognize enough to know the name Laramasa that if Nindaril had their way, they wouldn't be teaching on the Shattered Islands at all, because it is a bit unnatural biomancy and what it is. Yeah, most of the other stuff is just minutia of being the head of a department at a school.
Do I see magic coming off any of the drawers on the desk?
Yes, so you can't get into all of the drawers. Some of them are specifically, you've got Detect Magic up, you recognize Arcane Lock.
On all of them?
No, there are two specifically. I would say both are on the right side bottom drawers.
I would open the ones that I can. See
Okay.
if there's any, if I find
Yeah.
anything.
I would say with the 16, is there something specific that you're looking for?
No.
Yeah, then I would say not really. Yeah,
I
not
feel like we're in the wrong
specifically.
office.
Yeah, you guys were kind of just looking for a way to get into this general area quietly. So this is certainly not the room with the keys.
Lockers, tiefling.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall we leave or continue?
Rolak and Agni, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Ooh. Got a nat 20 for 26.
Oh, thank God, I got a 10.
Okay. 26 you hear outside the door the quiet but distinct sound of teleportation magic as you hear an odd movement, not humanoid in that you necessarily hear steps hitting the ground, but you can hear a voice outside the door. Who is in my office? And then all of you hear in your heads, "This is most unpleasant. You're in my office, and I'd like to know why."
Acne? Something again?
The crow's just gonna shake its head. No. And I'm gonna tap on the door. It's gonna shake my head. No, tap on the door.
Oh shit! The
Um,
guy outside's. Oh, okay. You have nice office.
I'm going to respond. Do you know Professor Ryu?
I am aware of the name Ryu in the Archaeomancy department. Perhaps we need to have a bit more personal of a conversation. And all of you look, and now standing in front of you, floating, it's a little bit hard to tell because there is this cephaloid creature that is kind of floating with arms just kind of in the air, almost looking weightless themselves, but very intentional. And as they move, you can almost see like a little bit of a glyph being made here. It's almost like an inherent and natural magic in the movements as you see little sparks of arcane energy moving off the tentacles with like probably 4 of them total. The others stand still, just kind of ready to move and act as their other appendages. You see that there is robes hanging down. You don't see anything touching the floor because the robes go down to the floor, so you're not quite sure exactly what the makeup is of these creatures, or this creature standing in front of you. But you do know that they are wearing the kind of blue and green colors of the Willows School. If not in full regalia, they are at least wearing the colors of the school. It's hard to tell the look on their face given what they are. But you feel the presence in your mind still there, interrogating you about what you're doing in this office.
I feel like Rollock would just point over at Galtrana. Like she made us do it.
That's honestly pretty fair.
Now would be a good time to make your case.
Well, Professor Laramasa, I was worried about a friend. And she looks around to all of you. Just really, you're not. Nobody's going. Okay, nobody. Okay. I think this just got out of hand, and we were just trying to help a friend.
There is a lot more to that. You should go more into the things.
But that's what it is at its base. Arella has gone missing. And you all hear this kind of odd voice now in your head. Yes, I have heard of the missing and the dead student. And looks to the 3 of you, and it would seem that whatever has led you all to those actions has also led you here to my office.
I would like to note that it was self-defense. Everyone keeps bringing up this dead student. He did try to kill us.
And that's kind of general vibe, not exactly what you see, but general vibe of what this creature looks like. You don't see the tentacles coming to the bottom. They're moving them more on their own to the outside edges. Man. Yeah. But
is that a fishbowl?
Yes, this one doesn't have a fishbowl. That was just in that art, but yeah.
I love that.
There'll have to be something with a fishbowl eventually. Self-defense. It is indeed complicated. That it is to be sure.
Can I get just an insight check?
Sure. I
Just to
see
see how,
how
like, they
disadvantage
seem-
though.
They sound as if they're
I'll let you
willing
roll
to help?
straight. Yeah, do a straight roll.
Oh, that is a nat 20 for the 21.
Yeah, you sense that there's not like just a quick jump to let's just grab the guards and let them sort this out. I would say with the 21, more than anything, you sense curiosity. There is a very interesting, very tangled story being told about something happening here, and although this biomancer isn't necessarily involved in archaeomancy and history, there's a bit of curiosity in what has led this group to kill a student and then break into a head of the department's office.
Kind of scooch closer over to Aspen. Do we want to mention the Kendar person? And maybe their connection to Ryu and maybe, was it Davnar?
Yeah, Davenar. Yeah. Are you saying that quietly? Or are you trying to whisper?
Oh yeah,
that?
I'm like whispering it into his. I mean, they're talking into our head, right? So
yeah, give me as you go to whisper, Aspen and Rolak, roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
it's not my forte.
That's a 12.
9.
After you say the things that you say quietly here in your heads, Professor Davenar is involved as well. Quite the tangled web weaved around the Orlos.
So Rolak had like his hand up to cover his mouth as he's whispering in his ear, and he kind of like looks at his hand, looks over, and just kind of puts it down, defeated. Just like, oh, this was a waste of time.
I would like to say to the dude, what is it, the octopus or whatever it is thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one.
Octogenti is the term. Shorthand, octans.
Ooh,
Octans. Okay. Well, so this octan, I'd be like, this missing student has a theory on the void. Do you know anything of it?
Ooh, interesting. Roll a persuasion check here.
Ooh. Man, I really wish I was Alivor right now. 9.
9. The void creates many unanswered questions. Some around the creation and destruction of life. We have here on the side of biomancy turned our eyes to what the void might do and how it might affect organic life. But I am unawares of what theories students might be clinging to.
The student spoke of a new place with possible new findings. A site. Where is it? Where's the door?
Go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh! 7.
7.
Damn. This one's going to dice jail too.
so many in prison.
The door. That is why you are all here. The door. And you see them almost contemplating as if they stopped to read a book. It's just quiet for a moment as you all kind of start to awkwardly. Galtrana looks. What is he? He says, there are many who are turned away from their research of the void. Biomancers included. What would you do with this information if you were to find what this student was looking for?
I mean, ensure her safety, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to get paid.
And they move forward, and you can almost see them turning and looking at you deeper. And they say, and you will bring it back to us. You will return the information here, to this place of learning.
Are you paying?
What payment do you wish?
Like, money.
How about the word of the head of a department that your break-in to their office was benevolent and in the best interest of the Willows?
That would help. I also would like to ask about Vampire. You know Vampire?
Roll a persuasion check. We're just full of persuasion checks here. So actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to give each of you one ask. It can either be a question asking for information. It could be a request for something to help achieve this, or it can be rolling your information, or for your question specifically, things about vampires. A biomancer would probably be a pretty good person to ask about that. So I'll give you all one question and a persuasion check to see if that question plays out.
6.
I do know about vampires. As I see, you have a practical application of the knowledge. Mine is theoretical, and granted those students that come here to study biomancy.
I look over at Galtrana. I may not need you anymore, honestly. And then I turn back over, and once again the camera would zoom in, and you would hear the background of like screaming and terror and all this bullshit happening in the background as he like exclaims his story. Many years ago, my family and village were murdered.
You go through the whole fucking thing. So 12 minutes later.
You know anything like this? You have experience, yes?
No,
You can help me?
I do not. I do have experience with vampires that I share with biomancy students.
So first I would have to pay you and enroll here, is what you're saying.
You would have to become one of my biomancy students.
They're always trying to get the monies. That's Well, thank you. Galtrana,
Sorry, buddy.
I'm still
That's
going to help you, if that's okay. I move back over to stand next to her.
She just, as you move next back to her, she just has her head in her hands.
Oh, doing a good job, yes? Like nudges her.
Great. So great. So great.
I'm trying to think of my question.
It could be a question, or like not just a question for information, but also, will you do this for us?
Wow. I'm gonna ask, just be like, we need to find the door, and then I want to revert back to my regular shape, and I'm just gonna point at Galtrana and say, she said we need a door. Can you give us the door?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Show me where the door is, please. 13.
13. Galtrana is young. A student of the Willows should not be investigating such dangerous matters. You should be learning, Geltrana. I am sorry. I was just worried. I can grant you your door. You must... You must become officially contracted for this job on my behalf. Quietly, but with my authority. And in doing so, return any information about the Void and the fate of the Elsharans returned to me specifically before any others are allowed access.
Is this something that we can still hear, or is this like private? Okay. Can I?
It's not a
insight check
private
that?
one. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Like if that last little bit maybe sounds a little bit menacing, or what it?
Sure.
It's a 17.
17. You still feel the curiosity. Yeah, you don't feel that it was a malicious intent. You do feel it was more curiosity, but I will say with 17 and your previous high roll also, it is a curiosity that is devoid of consideration. If that makes sense.
So I'll telepathically speak to them only if this knowledge is used to destroy the Void and those who are of it, like creatures of darkness type stuff.
The knowledge will not be used in support of the Void. It will be used academically to understand its nature, which could lead to its removal from our world.
And I'm going to speak up. Okay, sounds good. Where's the door?
And they just kind of, one tentacle goes up and points at the door that you guys have barricaded.
Oh, all right.
I'm just going to look at everyone and be like, I'm just going to look at everyone and not even say anything. Just give them the look like, weird. And then just walk towards the door.
If everybody's getting a question, Aspen is going to pull out a little stack of papers, and I'm going to ask if Lara Masa can distribute these across the school, and they're just little, like, poorly made pamphlets on on believing in Saku.
I love it.
Go to roll persuasion check.
Yes.
Please.
Oh no. That's a 9.
Your intentions are laid bare. You seek the power of the devout. There is a very strict adherence to rules against propaganda in the Willows.
Yeah, I got nothing. Had to try.
Just for study in religious matters, you might find the School of Divinity helpful.
I wouldn't really say he's a god or divine at all.
Well, all gods got started somewhere. At least those who matter.
At this point, could Saku have returned?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like he would feel some type of way about somebody saying something that matters.
Give me a description of Saku, by the way. What does Saku look like here in this moment and just generally?
So the form that I chose, like mechanic wise, is the flying snake.
Mhm.
But I imagine he is actually like very small.
Okay.
And as we discussed, he's more devious, I guess.
Mhm.
But I don't know, coloration, just normal snake stuff.
Okay. Then what I would say is with a little bit of glow and very dexterous as Laramasa here is saying what they're saying. You see Saku move around behind and kind of mimic the movements of the tentacles and have a look on the face like
If Rolak sees that, he's gonna laugh. He's doing the same thing.
the Octon turns around and looks, and Saku just kind of stays behind the head. Well, we do have contracts needed to make it official, but if you agree, and 3 of the tentacles start to weave some like arcane sigils in the air, and they move down, and you see one of the drawers opens on its own, and paper floats out and over in front of Laramasa here, and the shapes that are kind of moving polygons and shifting into different forms move down to the page, hit the page, and almost like squid ink spreading out over the paper hit and write up essentially a contract that gives all of your names and that you are now acting on behalf of Professor Laramasa, the head of biomancy at the Willows. There is a bit of a behavior clause, essentially no murdering for anybody that isn't in self-defense. No high-level magic will be used against any member of the school. If there is any violence against students, it must be reported and only is to be done in the strictest of self-defense. And even then, you must make an attempt to subdue the student before attempting any killing of a student. If this is found to be wrong, then if you are found to be violating any of these terms, you are bound to magical punishment, not just internment. And that may involve the process of aging yourself. That may involve the process of magically being held and paralyzed in stasis. And it goes through all of these details about all the things. They move a magical, or rather levitate a quill magically over to you for each of you to sign. This would make you official staff, contractors at least, of the Willows, and under my authority.
Is there a salary?
And you see one tentacle go, like they just kind of stare at you, and one tentacle goes up and traces another little hexagon, and it moves over to the page and goes on and says a salary will be paid upon completion of the job of 100 gold pieces each.
And Aspen starts signing.
Rolak will also sign.
I'm gonna grab the quill and just like stare at the paper and then go back and forth between the paper and the quill. I was kind of confused. I haven't written in a long time. I'm going to very like 4-year-old and I'm actually gonna write it in where's it at? Yeah, I'm gonna write my name in Druidic,
Okay.
like 4-year-old-ish.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So as the four of you sign this magical contract, at once Agni finishes being the last one, then you see all green names light up and glow, and those shapes that had gone into the paper kind of move out, and around each of the three of you, they start kind of spinning and just kind of go kind of float over you, sealing the magical agreement here from this opportunity. Well then, let us get you to your door. And I think it's a good spot to take a break. Take a break, and then we'll hop
Hey.
into getting you guys through this door to Muthradil. Let's do 15 minutes, so 2:56 Pacific. We'll call it 3:11 Pacific, so 11 wherever you're at.
Sweet.
All right,
Sweet.
see you guys a bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
We're doing so well.
So don't feel bad too, because apparently leech can even kill eggs and larvae.
I like how we keep continually messing up, but we can keep going forward. What does that sound weird? Mic check.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say that you sounded a little like loud and echoey there before, but
Yeah, that was weird.
you good now though.
I appreciate that.
With that, and where we were at, Professor Laramasa takes a tentacle and with a telekinesis moves the bookshelf that you all had placed in front of the door. And the door opens up. And now that the door has opened, you see now Green Guard. There are 6 of them outside the door. And they are at the ready. And Professor Laramasa turns to them and says, "There," out loud for the first time you hear him speak, "there are no concerns here." And you see like the opening of the mouth, and you're kind of like wondering like how does the mechanics of that work with the beak. But they kind of just open the mouth and just move it up and down a little bit, and the voice almost seems to still be magically generated. They say, "There are no concerns here. These are just contractors who are helping me out with one of the tasks I had set them to. No guard are needed this evening." And they kind of look at each other a bit confused, but following the head of biomancy here, they head out. And the professor says, "Follow me." And he turns and says, "Galtrana, if you find your way back to your lodging, I will speak to the other heads about reinstating you and allow you to go back to your classes." "Thank you, Professor." And you see her head off. And she kind of gives a little nod to all of you. She does, but doesn't want to.
Do not forget you owe me answers about the vampire.
She does not respond.
And I like point at her, like seriously, like I will find you.
And the professor now heads you down to an area that's in the middle of the willows, and this area in particular seems to have a very ceremonial decoration of the doors that are here, and you can see that there are just a quick glance 15 to 20 doors that seem to have this, it's almost like oil on water, the sheen to them, and this magical glow and energy as you get closer. And change this up a little bit here too as you get here. We are in the middle of the night, so it is fairly quiet, and you do see guards every now and then, as well as there are people who are moving about, much quieter than when you were here earlier in the day, however. The Octon professor here leads you guys to past one of the large willows, and this one, like the other one that you had passed, has just like small little green motes of energy just slowly falling off, almost as like they're blossoms from the tree just slowly falling down. They are just little bits of magical energy that just slowly lose their glow as they fall off the tree. And as you get closer, you can see that this door is decorated very very much in the style of ruins. If I had to like attach an aesthetic to it, it'd be like Roman columns and very much kind of an older architecture style. And you can see that there is etched above it the name Professor Davenar. And it says beneath that archaeomancy. And or rather, Professor Laramasa looks to the three of you and moves over to the doorway and takes 4. This is the most tentacles you've seen at once, but takes 4 of their tentacles and starts tracing shapes, these arcane sigils in the air, and moves one tentacle to the front and makes that one larger, and while the other 3 are kind of almost like spinning the other ones around, and pushes that one out towards the door and takes the other 3 and pushes them over to you. And the 3 of you look and you see not a tattoo, but a magical glow on your arms, where the tattoo would be if you would have placed it in the typical place, like where Galtrana had hers. And he says, "This will last you 48 hours. Anything after that, and you will have to make your way home on your own. Remember the terms of our arrangement. Any information you find is to be brought to me, and to me alone."
Prologue's just gonna give a really solid thumbs up.
I'm gonna call up to the group. I found the door.
Good job, buddy.
And then with that, the 3 of you head in, stepping through the door to a very different place than you are currently at. Stepping through, leaving Oseron and the busy port town, you step through and find a much more natural landscape. There is what you can see in front of you. There are rather 2 torches on either side of the other side of this door, this teleportation to somewhere else. So as you enter across the other side, you see the flame from those torches lighting up the area around here. And there's grass and a trail. I guess it's not big enough to be called a road. A little bigger than really a trail gives justice to. But there is certainly a path here from the door in a very just a straightforward direction. That you can't see much further beyond that. But that being said, you are not in a city anymore. You look like you are out in a natural area. It doesn't seem to be foresty. There's some trees around, but it is not like a forest amount of trees. Some rocks. It seems more plains-like than anything else. And I would say just off at the edge of where the flame is making things visible, you do see just a little bit of ruined stone. Looks like there was a building here at some point that marks the edge of whatever site they are using as a classroom here.
I'm going to use control flames to expand the flames from the torches.
Sure. Yeah. Easy enough. Are you trying to like throw it out to see a little bit further, or just hold it on to use like a personal torch, or?
Yeah, just to make sure that I'm bathed in the light
Okay.
of the flame.
Yeah, easy enough.
So you're just like holding up wall of fire as we walk?
I mean, I can. No, it says I expand the flame 5 feet in one direction, provided that the wood or other fuel is present. So I'm literally just making the torches burn brighter, so we have more light to see where we are at the moment. But if you want a ball of fire, I can do that.
Shall we just follow the trail?
Do we have torch?
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say Brandon stepped away. I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a torch, and I'm gonna reach into my backpack and pull my single torch out and
Mhm.
hand it over to Agni.
Perfect. I'm gonna light it and then once again control flames to just make it burn as bright as it possibly can.
Okay.
And just like hold it off
Okay.
to make sure
Got it.
not in any darkness.
Oh, I got 10 of those things.
Oh dang.
Yeah. Starting equipment.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's still nighttime, right?
Yes. Very much.
All right, I'm gonna reactivate false life. So the shoulders go all glittery, twilight like,
Yeah.
nice and granite. Yeah, but cold, a little misty even, steamy, if you will.
A vampire.
Well, how would you like to go from here?
I start walking down the trail.
There we go, and I just follow. Okay, so again, I forgot my notes, but I think there was like a short sword or something like that I found in the. Can I do like a perception check to see if I smell that kind of around here?
Sure.
To use it like a bloodhound almost. 21.
21. You take the.
It does smell very nice, yes.
You don't catch anything like that. It is a nicer sword overall. There's some silver inlaid in the handle. So it's I guess I would say it's a little uncomfortable maybe to hold. But it's not a silvered weapon overall. It's nice make, but you don't smell anything like it here. With the 21 off in the distance, about 120 feet away, you hear dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Like footsteps or heartbeat?
Heartbeat.
I hear somebody, something close by. Kind of like try and get a look at it.
I would say in that area where you're looking, there's man. How far is your dark vision?
60?
You hear it 120 feet away. So
Oh shit! Okay, no.
Yeah.
But I don't smell. So specifically, I was trying to smell the girl on the sword and the girl
I see.
in the area. But okay, so nothing. Maybe we should go this way.
Works for me.
I'm gonna
Maybe-
get low and stealthily approach and start moving that direction,
Yeah. Go and
keeping
roll
my ears and nose open.
stealth check.
Yeah. I too walk in that direction, but I am just torch out front, just walking.
Oh god!
I'm definitely stealthy.
So you two can stealth.
I think if I noticed that he still got the torch, I would turn around, grab the torch, extinguish it, and then go back to stealth and try and do it all in one fluid motion. Almost like here, like correct him, not in any obstructive way, but like let's go like lower maybe, and
if he does
stick the
extinguish
torch in
the
the dirt. Try
if he extinguishes the torch, I frantically rummage through my bag, pull out another torch, light it, and then hold it up.
Maybe you stay here. Would you maybe like to stay here?
No, I can go,
Oh, okay.
but we need light.
Slow him down maybe a little bit, or would you like to get out front?
You're saying that to me?
Yes. Sorry.
I'll go out front.
Okay, I will light the back then.
And I'm just gonna wait for Aspen to go like about 60 feet out, and then as soon as
Okay.
he gets 60 feet, I'm gonna start moving, and then maybe you come crashing in with fire if we get in trouble.
Why would we get in trouble?
I don't know what's up there.
Isn't that professor guy supposed to be there?
You mean the one that possibly kidnapped the person we're looking for?
Who said they kidnapped him? Is it because he's a vampire?
Oh, I did not think of this.
That's why it's so dark out here.
Oh shit, they do really like the night.
We must find him.
Aspen, your Servina ears here. That's torchlight. I think I hear voices.
I whisper, "What? Rolex behind me."
I would say you're about 60 feet in front of them at this point.
Shit! You just. I pretty much just give the sign to like get down, and I like crouch and like get off the path.
I would do the same.
Okay, so Rolak and Aspen, go ahead and give me those stealth checks.
15.
21.
Okay.
Oh, good. This is gonna be fun.
The Agni just stands there with his middle of the path, just very confused as why they're hiding.
I would say, Aspen, you see 3 figures move out from inside one of the ruins. It looks like you can spot maybe the corner of a bedroll through the door. And you see them grab short swords quietly in their hand, or 2 of them do. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, actually.
It's gonna be 12.
12. Okay, so you see 3 figures overall. 2 of them seem to have short swords in their hand pulled. They look like they're crouching, trying to be quiet themselves.
Is there like one way into this place, or?
No, actually, there's no roof on this place either. It's run down. It's not like a shelter or anything. There's a couple wooden boards on the top of it, and there's a door frame. But there's also like windows where windows used to be. So definitely not.
If I can, I would like to stealth my way into an advantageous position above.
Above them.
Yeah.
And you rolled 21, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I would say if you're trying to get up top, you could either be like on the wall, like on a part of the wall, or on the wood, kind of crouching down a little bit.
Okay.
Rolak, you hop behind a rock where Agni is.
Am I pretty much besides the rock? Am I kind of out in the open? Is it just like low grass or something, or is it?
Yeah, exactly. Besides the rock, the rock is hiding you pretty good.
Well, I
especially
think
given your skin.
I stay here then, I guess. Yeah, just
And-
hide.
Okay, Agni just chilling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Rolak and Agni also give me perception checks here.
Oh, damn.
7.
15.
15, okay.
This rock is thick.
Yeah, Rolak, you're just not even looking. Like your back's up against
Yeah, my
the wall.
back
You're
is up
looking the other
again.
way. Yeah, exactly. Or back up is against a rock. You're not looking. Agni, you can see that off in the distance, probably about 60 feet from you now, are 3 figures who are kind of quietly approaching.
How far are they out?
About 60 feet.
About 60 feet?
Yeah.
I'd be like, and of course, yeah, okay. I'd be like, hello, I can see you. Hello? Are you guys students? If you're trying to sneak up on me, you're not doing a good job. I would also warn you. I don't like people sneaking in the darkness. So if you don't say something, I'm gonna have to do something.
I'm gonna hold an action.
Okay.
I would also like to hold an action.
Okay.
If any of them, if any of them attack Agony or Rolak, I'll use my longbow.
Okay. You all see the familiar glow of magic being cast on one of them. You see a light glow over them. You can roll Arcana checks if you'd like.
Yeah. How far away are they again?
60 feet away, kind of along another room.
And
Oh
Hey,
my
Josh.
god!
Uh-huh.
for my held, I just like to get. Can I use that for movement to move closer?
Yeah, it'll still burn your action, but you can do that.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I just is just to get closer to them as soon as either they attack or he blows them up.
So I rolled a nat 20 for a total of 22.
Okay. You recognize the mage armor spell being cast on someone.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, you didn't say anything, and I'm gonna snap, and I'm casting fairy fire on all of them.
Okay. Well,
I would like to move closer.
I say, just so I can see you, since you're not saying anything. And then I cast it. So I try to get that 20-foot cube to where it gets all three of them, and they are now going. Can I make it a like a red light makes them look like they're on fire?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right, so
absolutely. 100%.
So yeah, they're all encased in that glow. Wait a minute. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast also outlined in light if it fails a dex saving throw.
Yes. So
right.
The one that casts mage armor on themselves, they'll roll first. That's a natural 5, so that's a fail for them. And then the first one of the other two, natural 10.
Nope.
Let me see. What was what do they have to beat?
14. Dex 14.
14 dex.
Yep.
They do fail that. And then that one would as well. They all three are going to fail.
All right. So yeah, they're all like outlined in that dim glow, kind of makes them look like they're on fire.
Yeah.
And for the duration, which is 1 minute, they're going to shed dim light in a 10-foot radius around themselves.
Okay.
And
they're going to take that as hostile behavior, and let's get an initiative roll for that.
Oh.
Also, when I run out, can I also see? They're not wearing like student uniforms, are they?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, hard to tell. They're glowing in red now. I would say with the perception checks that have been rolled, I've been checking for that, and you guys are having a hard time telling.
All right.
Well,
Would I have seen them?
Give me a roll for what was your no? You rolled perception. What was your perception check? It was 12, right?
12, yeah.
Yeah, no, I counted for that. Yeah.
Okay.
You so that you couldn't. You saw the other two. You couldn't specifically tell if any of them are students.
bring it on. So, would I have been able to take on my held action?
Yeah, that's
my
fine.
35
Yeah.
to. All right.
All right. I got a 15 for initiative.
And Aspen? What was Aspen's initiative?
14.
14, and then Rolak?
7.
7. Okay.
So for everyone's knowledge, these people can't benefit from being invisible, and everyone has advantage on attacks against them.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second here, and I'll get set up.
I told them. I said, announce yourself. I'm just trying to see. And they didn't say anything, so I can't see them. So I got to light them up. that was the nice version of what I was going to do to light them up. So.
Eventually, it's gonna end up being like Fireball. So they got off easy, I guess.
Exactly. For now, they did.
All right. Click clack.
Exactly. God, I need to get a new camera. This thing is yuck. Oh boy, blurry as shit.
I'm really excited for another fight with these characters. I hope that these are not students.
I mean,
Because is that spell immediately just gonna just warp off our hands, and then it's gonna take us weeks to get back to where we were?
well, I asked if they were students, and no one said anything. So
Signed a contract.
I didn't hurt them. Okay, I haven't hurt them. I just made them glow.
I'm about to.
Maybe you should think about that before you do.
Well, if they are students, we kill them and we leave. We never come back.
Exactly. We're on a completely different continent. We just started new.
Didn't know anything about this.
Say, well, it looks like we're not finding answers in
Yeah,
these
this
ones.
is we're still session 0.6 here is what I'm calling this one. We're not even in the main shit yet. So if you guys got to run, that's fine.
Seems like those ruins are pretty. The information in there seems pretty valuable. Get that, and then we'll just go to a new town and sell that.
Exactly.
Go our separate ways.
Yeah.
Deuces,
I'm
guys.
actually gonna adjust that
Roll
over
credits.
there because I had that big rock over there.
Roll
That was what
credits.
was Rolak was hiding behind. Okay. So here we go. We're starting off. Agni is top of initiative. You are down here, sir. What are you doing?
And then where are the three that I lit up?
3 that lit up are here.
I'm just going to walk me. Is that Rolak right there in the gray?
Yes.
Gray guy.
That's
All
me.
Yeah, go ahead and just walk me up right beside him. And I'm just going to call out and be like, I can see you really good now. Could you please tell me who you are?
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Yep, that works. Oh, of course. One's a nat 20, but then I rolled a 6. So, 6.
Yeah, they don't say anything back.
Okay. I'm going to... I'm just going to cast Entangle in the area between us. Just make the...
That is going to
fire.
break concentration on Fairy Fire. I believe Fairy
Is it?
Fire's concentration. Double check that for me because we haven't been using Fairy Fire very much in the other campaign.
Okay,
I believe
never
they
mind.
both
Then.
are.
Yeah, never mind. Then I want to keep the fairy fire up.
Okay, got it.
Never mind.
You know what? Speaking of that, I think I should have a Fairy Fire thing.
Oh, and you put me in front of Rolak. I would like to be beside Rolak.
Side Rolak, that's understood.
I was
not in front.
very specific.
Yeah. And Fairy Fire is a 30-foot cube?
20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. Okay, so it's going to be
Yeah.
smaller than that one. Yeah, I think this is the 20-foot cube. Yeah. Alright, so look at that. Other than... Alright, there's the Fairy Fire.
Bless you.
So yeah, thank you. So yeah, it lights up the area, I guess, kind of making it look like that entire cube's on fire, and then each of them are also lit up as well.
Okay. Anything else? Oh, you said beside Rolak.
Yes,
not
beside
in
Rolak.
front.
Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. No, I would just call out, trying to get them to, use their words.
Okay. Any held actions? Anything? Dodging?
Yeah, well, no, actually, no. No,
No,
I'm not
okay.
going to.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
I wouldn't do that.
All right, Aspen, you're up.
Ooh. Is it an action to try to perceive what they're wearing?
Oh, in this case, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I will say the area's lit up. Please? I hope it helps.
I'll give you advantage on the perception check.
Yes! Okay.
Oh, I already have advantage on perception.
I know that wasn't the problem, but I'm still offering you that.
As a 25 perception.
Yeah, so you do see that the one on this side of the wall is wearing student clothing.
Okay.
The other two, very specifically, are not. They have on odd black masks that seem to have like a shiny glow to them, almost not like a magical glow, but like obsidian, like the light is reflecting off of them.
Similar clothing as the rogue that almost killed me?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Yeah, besides the check, I'm just gonna lay flat.
Okay, yeah.
Not give away my location yet.
So you go prone. Anything else?
No, that was going to be it.
Okay. So the one who is on this side now, who has been identified specifically as a student, they are going to look at Agni, who is lighting them up and illuminating this with fairy fire, and they are going to use their reduce to memory ability. Agni, you feel and see a golden energy that is starting to erupt around you, swirling and creating this booming noise. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me. The DC 12.
All right.
What?
It's going to be a 10.
That's a 10? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
I was really hoping nobody would fail to save.
So what is he doing now?
Holy shit.
Now, I was going to say,
Done got marked.
Holy shit.
the psychic damage.
So you take 21 points of thunder damage.
Owie.
I want to tell you, this was a 6d10 roll, and 3 of them were ones.
Thank God. Holy cow. Yep. Nope. Ouch.
So that is going to be her action. She is going to go 5, 10, 20, 25.
So we just have students out here casting 60s, 10 damage.
Yeah, they hurt me, so I am acting in self-defense now.
And that is going to be the end of their turn. The other two are up next. This one, let's see, can it make it? 30, yeah. See, we're gonna do this. They're gonna go up here and attack Rolak, seeing him running up to. I guess both of you ran up to this point. Their short sword attack is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So we are looking at 6 points of piercing damage. And then this one is going to step right here. They're going to stay back a bit, but they are going to, and I don't have one of these printed yet, but I really need to print something for this.
Who's ready for the TPK?
Let's use this. A large mace. magical mace that also looks like a warthog pops up as they cast a spiritual weapon. And that's going to be both of their turns. That takes us down to the bottom at Prologue.
I am going to immediately bite this dude in front of me.
Yeah.
It's a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That'll be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I heal for that 6.
Nice. Agni, you see Prologue right in front of you. There's no question now. He just jumps and leaps at the throat of the one that's in front of you with the black mask.
And you see him like draw in the blood, and as he does, the similar effect of that frost starts to kind of just grow on his back and shoulders. And then I am going to...
So Agni's just going to scream out, "Oh my god, he's the vampire the whole time!" The revelation just finally hits him.
Which is funny, because he's told the story in front of you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Many years
I did not
ago.
put 2 and 2 together.
It's getting him not to tell the story, I think, is the problem.
Right.
I think that might end up...
Okay, just staying there, too.
Well, I think I might be... Yeah... I want to get over to that cleric, but I also don't want to bail on old boy here. I am just going to sit here.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
Takes it back to the top, Agni.
Okay, oh Lord, I don't like this guy. Well, let's go ahead and let me see.
Josh,
Yes,
have we established that's a bonus action, what I just did?
I believe so. It's an attack,
Oh,
but it's a bonus
okay.
action.
Yes. Well, then I will draw the short sword of the small girl if I can backtrack. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, totally.
All right, yeah, I'm going to summon my wildfire spirit to the left of me to try and make sure that Rolak doesn't take any of this damage. So I need Homeboy here to make a dex saving throw for me.
I think what I meant to ask was I've been able to attack with my action.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll it quick for me.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. We didn't really do anything yet this turn.
15.
Normally, if we move past, we move past. 15 is gonna hit.
And 5 for damage.
Okay, got it. All right, so the dex saving throw was to 14.
Ooh, meets it, beats it. All right, so he's going to take. You take half and then round down if it's like a.
Correct.
Right. All right, so he's going to take 5 points of fire damage just from my wildfire spirit appearing.
Dope.
And the wildfire spirit's going to take its turn. Right, because, yeah. Appears spirit friendly. Blah, blah, blah. Right, would it take its turn?
If it says it takes, yeah, I think because they take their turn right after yours.
Yeah.
So unless you got something that says separately or says otherwise, I think they should.
All right. Well,
But it does burn your other wild shape.
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm going to, for its turn, I'm going to fiery teleportation me back 15 feet with it.
Okay. Now, does that do a blast with it there?
Each creature within 5 feet of the space must succeed on a dex.
And the space is based off of the spirit?
Yeah, off the spirit.
Got it.
Yep.
So another one for them. This one is going to be a 13.
Ooh,
Rolled one under that time.
where's my... Oh, so he failed it. And proficiency... Okay, there it is. So he's going to take another... Ooh! He's going to take 8 points of fire damage from that.
Nice. Looking pretty hurt now. Their robes are on fire, and they're bleeding from the neck and from a slash on their abdomen from Prologue. They're pretty fucking hurt.
Just to be like, oh wait, he's not a student. As I- and then that's going to be my turn.
All right. Then we are at Aspen.
All right. Just for clarification, is Fairy Fire still up?
Fairy Fire is still up. I don't see anything that has dropped it. Everybody should still have advantage against them. Oh, actually, yeah. So, Prologue, if you want to roll an extra time too to see if you get the crit.
Yeah, I'll do that real quick. I did not.
Okay, cool. So yeah, everybody should have advantage then.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the cleric.
Okay. They are marked with a Hunter's Mark.
And I am going to make an attack. That is a 23.
23 hits. Even with their increased AC from partial cover.
I was thinking that. Ooh, not bad. That is 17 points of damage.
17, very nice. Okay, so they take 17. They are going to have to roll to see if they can keep... Oh, no, sorry, bonus. We were just talking about this, Kev. Bonus, spiritual weapon is not concentration. So
Yeah, man. Clutch.
Womp.
I forgot that. That was honestly the reason I went for that person.
I kind of figured, and as I was saying, I was like, oh, no. If they die, it'll drop, though.
I'll just have to kill him.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
I am going to... How high is that wall?
I'll measure it. The one that you're on?
Yep.
Not as high as me.
About between 10 to 15 feet. DC wise, I counted as 10 feet.
When do you start taking damage? Just for...
At 10 feet. I can tell you
10
guys
feet,
exactly,
okay.
because, man, I do this in my head, and I don't know that I've ever... I think I've told you guys maybe once before, but I make the DC for an acrobatics or athletics check increase by 2 to not take damage for every 10 feet that you go. So if you're 50 feet up in the air, then it's a DC 20 to fall and not take any damage. That is also a D6 per 10 feet of damage if you do take the damage in that situation. So jumping down from 10 feet would be a DC 12 athletics or acrobatics. If you fail it, you take a D6 of bludgeoning.
I would like to go along the edge of the building towards that rock. I want to jump onto the rock, then jump down.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Eargulus.
Yeah, no
And we will stand behind the rock.
Everybody kind of stops and turns like, oh my god. That's fucking awesome.
This rock is my rock.
And, yeah, that was action, bonus, and movement. So
Okay, got it. All right, so back to the student. They are going to see if they get their reduced to memory ability back. They do not. However, Agni is still the one who's putting out the most damage right now, and still the one with Fairy Fire. So they are going to go 5, 10, 15. I'm going to drop this concentration ring on Agni for now anyways. Because I forgot to do that, but I just want to build the habit. So we got concentration on Agni. So they are instead going to use. Are you within 35, 10, 15, 20? Yeah, you're within 30 there. They are going to use their scroll bash attack. You see them summon a large, almost like their own student spiritual weapon, this large scroll, and they throw it out at you. It is a light with the same type of energy that dealt damage to you before. All right, so does it's cocked. Does a 9 hit?
No.
Okay. So the scroll flies past you and hits that rock, and you hear as the rock explodes outwards, pelting you guys with pieces of stone. Nothing that's going to deal damage, though. So we're going to go to the other two next. This one is over here by Rolak. He's taken a shitload of damage from Rolak. He's super fucked. He's going to raise his hands and begin to cast a spell. And I need Rolak to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
A 3, man.
3, okay. They are going to say drop as they cast command, and you will have to spend your turn dropping. And so you will have to just drop and end your turn by going prone.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. The one over here is going to go next. They're going to take their bonus action, and they're going to come in for an attack with a spiritual weapon. First of all,
What the hell? I thought that was a rock.
I should use something better. It's an owl. It's an owl spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay.
Now it's an owl. Okay, it's an owl. So,
Still confused.
melee spell attack, and they are going to have 3 for a modifier. So that's going to be a 22 to hit against Rolak.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so spiritual weapon. I don't use that much as a DM. I gotta make sure I'm doing this right. That's gonna be 5 points of, I believe it's radiant. Force damage. No, 5 points of force damage. Reduced down to 2.
Is there?
And so then for their action that they still have. Is anybody close enough for that? I don't think they have. Yeah, they are going to their hunter's marked. They can't see you. They're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're going to dash 10, 15, 20. And they're going to get right up on Agony using their action to dash. That takes us to Rolak. Rolak, I'm sorry, sir. You got to spend your turn dropping.
I had a question about that.
Sure.
Real quick. If it's what I think it is, if I misconstrue it to just dropping my weapon, does that work?
Oh.
I think about it as a command to drop my weapon.
So the important thing is that you end your turn without doing anything, if I'm being honest. I'm looking at the spell specifically, and I use drop because that is one they actually... Oh, yeah. Target drops whatever's holding and ends its turn. Yep. You're doing it the right way.
Okay.
Ooh.
I was just, yeah,
So you're not prone, but you have to drop your weapon.
I think that's still better. I don't think I'm winning in any way, but there we go.
All right, so that will be the end of your turn. That takes us back up to the top with Agni.
So, oh god, this guy's right here.
I never had you roll concentration for the fairy fire on that big attack either.
Oh.
Yeah, missed it. Go for it.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
Oh, I'm going to shoot. Let's see here. Is this guy okay? So, sorry. Let me see here real quick. What kind of weapon is this guy holding?
Short sword.
All right, I'm going to. Let me see. So yeah, this is going to drop the fairy fire, but I'm going to cast heat metal on this guy's short sword.
Oh shit! Nice. Okay.
So
So I don't think there's a save for that then, right? You're just heating it, and they're gonna have to drop it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He'll
He's-
drop our short sword for sure.
Well, he's going to also take 2d8 of.
Oh shit!
fire
Okay.
if he's in contact with it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that fire damage. That's dope.
He's going to take. Ooh. Well, of course, one of them's a 1, but he's going to take 9 points of fire damage.
Okay. They're looking pretty fucking hurt too.
And and I'm going to. My wildfire spirit is going to fiery teleportation me out of there. Boop. Go.
How is there a limit on how many of those you can do?
I don't think so.
No.
Let me check that one real quick. No, it's just one of its actions.
Oh shit.
Let me see. You can teleport 15 on it. Yeah, I'm not seeing any limits on it. It's just one of the
Yeah, I don't think
actions
so.
it can
Yeah.
do.
Okay, go for it.
So poof me 15 feet. Try and like kind of getting behind Rolak there. 15
Okay.
feet that way.
That'll put you there and put him. That'll put the wildfire spirit next to Rolak 2 for the next one, though.
I'm like moreover. Can I get closer to this rock structure here?
This one here.
Yeah, like one more over. Is that within my 15?
That's within your 15. Yeah. So they were here, so that'd be 15 for them.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the wildfire spirit is between me and the guy there, and then I'm gonna need him to give me a dex saving throw.
Dex save is natural 2.
All right, he's going to take 6 points of fire. Wait, no,
Ooh.
8 points of fire damage.
It's 8, not 6.
Yeah, because it's I rolled a 6 plus my proficiency bonus of 2, so it's 8.
Flavor that fatality.
And he gets up on me, and you just see his like sword go glowing hot red. He drops it, and then I just fucking disappear, poof, and the big flames just engulf him, and he just
And
burns
you
to a
just hear
crisp.
him scream, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" As that one is dead.
And I'm gonna be like, "Gosh, I really hope that wasn't a student." And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Aspen, you're up next.
Boy, this fat ass spider just ran into the kitchen.
Oh,
Go kill, man.
Oh, I did. I did.
Oh, okay.
I look in the living room and Darwin's just sleeping on the couch, not doing his job.
it's okay. That's what my cat Tilly does. She just plays with them.
Jesus. Okay. I am. Oh, is the cleric dead?
Yes, spiritual weapon is gone.
Okay. Bonus action. Reapply Hunter's Mark onto the other guy. I'm going to step out from behind the rock and take a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Is Fairy Fire still a thing?
I don't believe so, right? You dropped fairy fire? For
No,
heat
yeah,
metal?
I would have dropped it
Yeah.
to cast the heat
Yep.
metal.
So no fairy fire.
Oh, okay.
There's, however, a glowing sword on the ground 20 feet away.
Don't touch it. It's very hot.
That is 15.
15 will hit.
No fucking. I have it. I just rolled a D8 and a D6, and I rolled ones on both. So that is 8 points of damage.
Ooh, man. And you were shooting at this one, right? In front of Rolak?
Yes.
Yeah. So that hits, and it goes through their shoulder, and you see, Rolak, you see it pierce into their chest, and you're like, oh, great shot. That will very much kill him. But he still stays standing, but just barely. Like, if you were to just, like, hit the arrow in a little further, this guy would be dead.
This dude has 1 point of health.
That's literally fucking exactly it.
Yep.
God damn it. Could have rolled anything else. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. So it is going to be the student's turn next. They are going to roll to see if they get their reduced memory back. she's going to go 5, 10, 15, but stay away. You know what? No, she's going to go after the wildfire spirit. Seeing all the damage it's been doing, she's definitely wanting to get that off of the field. So she's going to scroll bash. You see the scroll attack as a magical ethereal scroll forms in the air with thunder around it. That's going to be a 16 to hit against the wildfire spirit.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
Okay, so then that's going to be 4 points of bludgeoning and another 5 points of thunder damage.
Yep, it's gone. It just goes.
And that is going to be the end of her turn. Mr. 1 hit point is still there. He's going to go. He's going to look at Rolak and feel the blood dripping down his neck. And he just looks at it on his hand. And he puts his hand up. And he is going to try and just do a Hail Mary here and inflict wounds 2nd level against Rolak.
Ouch. That's just a to hit, right?
That is just a to hit, yeah. It's a melee spell attack. Not a huge mod, but we'll see if they can get you. That's a 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay, so... 18 points of necrotic damage reduced down to 9.
Hey, all right.
As he puts his hand on you and you start to feel this necrotic energy eating away at your skin, literally kind of just like an acid quickly just melting it away. But you see him look down at you, just wondering why it's not taking more of an effect. That's going to be the end of his turn, and yours is now up, Rolak.
What do I have to... Can I free action pull the sword out of the dirt?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd just like to do that as I walk up over them and just bring the sword down towards their chest.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
That's an 11.
Ooh, an 11 is going to miss, unfortunately. Despite their extremely advanced injuries, they have enough energy after landing that hit to just dodge out of the way of your large sword.
And that will be my turn.
You do always have a bonus action. If you want to go to a little bit more.
Yeah, okay, Josh, you convinced me, man. I am going to, if that I miss with the sword, and then I am going to kind of just, kind of fall down on him and bite the same place.
Give me that bite roll.
That is a unnatural 20.
That is an unnatural 20. I need you to also roll me a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
It allows me to heal for 6. And then
I'm also going to need you to flavor that fatality.
that's a 17 for the wisdom
17,
save.
so you will make the save. As you turn and hear the fiery blood of Agni behind you.
Yeah, I think this might actually be the first time that he's gone this deep in a long time. So everything just he's doped out, man. So he's
You feel the heartbeat reverberating through you of all other 4 of the humanoids around you. You can sense how alert they are. You can smell the adrenaline in their system. You know every physical thing that can be gleaned from the scent of a creature in this moment of your blood rage.
I think he would kind of like stand up and in great tension probably roar as loud as he can.
Okay, you do so. Anything else?
No, that would be it for me.
Okay, takes us to the top. How about the bite? Are you doing the roar after the bite, or are you roaring then biting into him? Because this dude's fucking dead.
No, he would bite into him, and then
Okay.
as he like stood away from the dead body after he drained him with blood running down his face and chest, he would have like roared with all of the new increase in power.
Agni, this doesn't make you any less afraid of the night.
Oh yeah, I know. My turn.
It is your turn, yes.
I'm going to back up about 10, 15 feet, where like straight back,
Okay.
away from Rolak. Fine. Yep, perfect. And I've got a lot of emotions going on here, even though I don't feel many emotions. That one thing just destroyed my wildfire spirit. I'm not too happy about that. And then we've got vampire screaming over here. And I'm going to cast Entangle on both Rolak and the student.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, Rolak, and I'll roll for the student. Go ahead and roll that saving throw.
Say it's going to be a strength save.
Strength piece?
Yep, strength.
Natural 19 for the student, so they're going to succeed.
Damn.
And that's a 20-foot cube for that one, or a 30-foot cube?
20-foot square.
20-foot square.
Yeah, cube square.
Not cube,
Same
sorry,
thing.
square.
Same difference.
19 for mine.
And you were there.
Both of you.
Okay, yeah, so they'll both be saves, but it is still difficult terrain.
Yeah. Damn. All right. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go, I guess, to the right, kind of heading towards Aspen. And I'm just gonna be silent, just trying to really assess the situation at the moment.
Okay. Aspen, you are up next.
And we're not trying to, hurt this person, correct?
Well, I mean, they did fucking whack me, so I have every right. I think. I don't know. I don't read the terms and conditions.
Okay. I am going to reapply Hunter's Mark. And shoot him with a bow.
Shoot.
24.
24 hits.
$14 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, your arrow lands true, hitting them in the torso and dealing a pretty good amount of damage to them.
And I am going... Can I use a free action to say something?
Sure.
I'm going to say... Drop your weapons and give yourself up, or the next one is going in your face.
Roll persuasion or intimidation. Your choice.
Would the scene of Rolak maybe help that?
I would say so. I'll factor that into the DC, absolutely. 12 is the DC you're trying to beat here.
Yeah, I didn't make that.
Okay. So she yells out, "And let this one kill me just like he did the other one?"
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. She's gonna go next. First thing she's gonna do is see if reduced to memory comes back. Does not.
I'm like super curious to what that is. That ability that you used the very beginning, like the first round. Come on, hit me.
Yeah, she's gonna
That's what I'm
try.
here for.
She's gonna try. That's what she's weighing. How are you looking after the 2 hits you've taken?
Very sexy.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna. You see a scroll come out at you, and she's gonna try and do it again. Her big one's not there, but she's gonna try it. Straight roll. That'll be a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
So we have 11 points of bludgeoning reduced down to 5. And oh god, terrible. 6 points of thunder damage reduced down to 3.
Hey, all right.
And she just looks at you, and after seeing the inflict wounds not take effect either, she just says, "What the fuck are you?" And she's gonna go 5, 10, 15. We'll
Make
take
sure that
20.
first step's going to be about 10 feet. 'Cause
That's
she's-
true. Good point. I was just gonna put her right here off the map, or just slightly off the map. That's all she'd be able to do with that action because of that entangle there.
Sweet.
Rolak, that goes up to you next, sir.
Yeah, I would like to run up to her. So what is that like? You said that's like 10.
Yeah, so you go 10, 20, 30 would get you here.
Okay. Oh man. With the blood dripping from like my face and everything like that, as I'm like just kind of powering my way through the brambles of the entanglement, as I come through, you will not be able to run away from this. I will find you, and I will kill you. Lay down your weapons. Maybe answer a few questions, and live. And I'd like to
Right.
roll intimidation.
I'll give you one more intimidation check here. This is going to be a higher DC because you have already failed. This one's going to be a 16.
Cool.
All right.
And this is the last attempt at getting her to
It's
surrender. 10. She looks at you with resolve in her face. Monster!
so be it. And I'm going to pass my turn.
To Agni.
Say. Oh god, how far away is she from me?
From you, she is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet.
Oh yeah, that's well within range. Oh boy. I'd be like, but I am sorry, but you give us no choice. And she's gonna see me raise my hand, and 3 fire bolts from Scorching Ray are gonna head straight for her.
Okay. Go ahead and roll those 3.
That's
Right,
awesome.
So, dirty 20,
Okay, that hits.
17,
Hits.
21.
Hits.
All right, let me grab some dice here. 2, 4, 6. Oh, all right. So she's gonna take 10. She's gonna take 22 points of fire damage.
That is enough that she. And you hear her screaming in pain as the flames consume her. And she is dead.
So I'm just gonna be kind of look somewhat ashamed, but I'm gonna be like her. She is now cleansed. And then I just go back to the solemn, just blank stare face. Hey, look.
Okay, with that, you guys give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back here.
Damn. Y'all just had to survive my fucking entangle, you bastards. Both of y'all rolled high as shit, too. I was like, God damn it. You, sir, though, got some splaining to do. Relax.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna change up this build again.
Ooh.
Since we haven't reached, actual 1.
Okay.
All right. Ooh.
With that, you stand over the smoldering corpses of those who attacked you here.
So, suggestion: we get rid of the clothing they're wearing, if it hasn't already been fried.
I'll say, I can take care of that.
We didn't know.
She hit me, so I had to cleanse her.
Jesus Christ.
Why?
She's mostly on
Cleansing.
fire. The scorching rays deal a little extra damage too, but there are still unburnt things on her. But yeah,
I was gonna say she's still on fire.
Yeah, oh yeah, certainly.
Oh, control flames. I make the flames bigger. They just go poof, to try and make sure everything is burnt. Does that work? As I just stare at the two.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. No, absolutely.
That is, I believe that is, yes.
And are you trying to burn the third body too? I think one of them died without any fire damage, but 2 of them did. Are you burning the third as well?
I would like to actually this one wasn't wearing like student robes or anything, right? You said they had like some
no, the
weird
2,
mask.
yeah. Oh, there was only one. The last one left was wearing student robes. The other 2 were not. They both also had very odd black masks. They look almost glass-like, but now that you're looking at them here dead, you take the mask off, and both of them are they're humanoid. One's an elf, one's a half elf, and both males. But the masks that they have on them are like an obsidian type material that they're wearing.
Can I go ahead and keep one of those masks? Stow it in the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind going through their pockets.
Should I just put like
There's one that's
obsidian
not on
mask?
fire, by the
Yeah,
way.
for sure. Yeah, I figured of the one. Yeah, the other 2 have pretty burned pockets. Yeah, you can roll an investigation check overall.
It's a 14.
14. Okay. You do find a pouch of it is 23 gold and 17 silver. They have their short sword that was on them. Let me see here. They also, I would say, have with a 14, they have a scroll of Shield of Faith. But that's about it. 14, well, I would say 14 is enough to get you that they have a letter in their bag. It is not signed. And the letter says, make sure anybody else who comes through and isn't supposed to be here doesn't make it to the ruins.
Oh, guys. Oh, look. Oh, we're fine. Check this out. And I just pass it off to whoever's closest. I was worried for a moment. That would have been bad.
Jesus.
Say, well.
Guess we continue, yes?
Yeah.
Yep. And then I light up a torch. already have one.
I go
Stay,
back to
stay in the
smoking.
back. You stay over there this time. He's like jog away from him and into the darkness.
The burning bodies provided enough light, but I feel like they're smoldering now, and it's getting a little bit darker, so I light me up a torch.
Okay. So with that, then all of you travel down the path quietly here in the dead of night after killing those three. Do you guys just leave them there? Don't do anything else? Just leave the bodies there?
We burned him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To a crisp.
Got it. All right. So then you guys move down the path. I would say another half mile or so from the door. And in the distance, off another couple hundred feet, you see the very obvious makings of a camp. And this camp is built around more ruins like the ones you saw, but these are a bit older and a bit larger. Some of them are, you can see off in the distance, like scaffolding around large monolithic columns and just different large stones and things that would have made very large buildings here that have been reduced down to a very small size. You see different areas that are portioned off with gridded with strings over the site. You see torches lit in different areas here, and then a lot of canvas tents. There are canvas tents. It looks like there is enough for students or others to stay here, to make camp here. And some of the tents are larger than others, but as you approach, your torchlight seems to catch the attention of somebody as two torches leave the camp and start to approach you as well.
I would actually not be traveling next to Agni if he's still got the torch out and stuff like that. I would be either up front or off to the side stealthily. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still off to the
Out
side.
in the
stuff.
dark.
Okay, why don't we have the two of you roll stealth checks then as Agni walks up?
I was gonna say, yep,
Boom
it's
at
the
once.
exact same as before.
Oh man, 9. Good lord.
9. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So Agni, you see coming towards you two humanoids. And as they approach, they get about 30 feet from you. You can see there's a human male and an elven male as well. And the human is the one who speaks up first. Who are you and why are you here?
Are you students?
I am Associate Professor Ryu Zothidzu.
Oh. Perfect. We were sent by the other professor.
Which professor? We were not
and
expecting any arrivals.
You see him just stare off in the distance, like, because he's really trying to remember, but I don't have it written down, so I don't know his name. So I'm going to be like, the one with tentacles? He looks pretty weird.
Roll a persuasion check. I'll give you a flat roll.
Okay.
With that description.
Persuasion's going to be 16.
16, okay. Professor Laramasa.
Sure. I think that's his name.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
He says, and what brings you here?
I just like look around me because I don't really know what to say and I don't know where my friends have went. The site.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Perfect. Then we're gonna leave it.
Okay,
at
is there a roll about it? I don't know, man. He just said the site. That's all he said, which is not really true, but it's also not really false either.
It's an archaeological site they're at, right?
Is what?
We're at like an archaeological site, right?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
As I say the site, I just point to like the archaeological site.
Yeah. They look as confused as I feel in trying to respond to that.
Perfect,
Absolutely.
perfect.
And they're just kind of like, what? Because they know that you wouldn't have gotten there without one of the tattoos or without the express permission of somebody who's at least the head of the department.
As he's doing that, can I kind of like stealth around like the perimeter that they have going on and seeing if I see like people similar to what we just fought, like they're wearing the same similar clothing or anything kind of like shady?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Ooh, that's good. 23.
23. Not that you can see. No, you do see that there are probably another 5 to 6 people in camp that are of a variety. They look younger, probably students of some sort. They are wearing typical student clothes. You don't see anything nefarious or anybody outside of the camp who shouldn't be that you notice.
Okay.
Are y'all still just hiding? Not joining me? And then I also would like to. What was their response to the site?
To the site.
Yeah, because
Yeah. What about the site? What do you need? What can we do for Professor Laramasa?
Are you part of the people that just attacked us?
Who attacked you?
People. And then I pull this obsidian mask out of my pouch and show them. These people. Y'all
Can
better jump in. I was gonna say y'all better jump in, or I'm just gonna start talking.
No. I'm definitely. Am I able to hear what they're
I
talking
will
about?
let you know. Agni has zero social etiquette. Actually, has negative social etiquette. So
I would say with your 23, you do hear what's being said. Yeah. But
Okay.
with having to do a loop around to see what you were asking for, you're not right there. You're not super close. You would be, I would call it at least 120 feet away right now.
Can he see? I was gonna say I don't know if he has observant anymore, but
I do.
as your feet.
Then you can see it. So then, I mean, and I said you could hear it too. It's not that you're not. It's not that you can't see it or hear what's going on. You can do that, but you just have a little bit of distance between you and them.
Too much distance to maybe do an insight check to see his reaction.
Ooh, I'll give you one at disadvantage. Agni, you give me one straight roll. Rolag, you give me a straight roll also.
You said insight.
If you're trying to, yeah.
16.
Oh my god.
12.
Yeah, mine doesn't matter.
Okay, good. And Rolak, what are you doing? You just chilling still?
I got a 12.
But are you just chilling though? What are you doing?
Oh, I don't. I think I would be like somewhere close to be able to jump in if Agni gets in trouble, but like out of the light area and in the dark, just kind of waiting and watching.
Okay.
So I don't know what I would see, and it's a bad 9. So
it seems it seems like they don't notice you, is what I'll say. I rolled. I'll just fucking tell you. I rolled a 4 and a 1 on their perception roll.
Oh
so
damn! Oh,
you
okay.
seem like you are hidden.
I am the knight.
As he tells that to himself.
He's like right there on the edge of the fight.
This is like some Skyrim sneaking.
Just crouched down.
Rolak, what I'll say with a 12, you see that the elf looks a little confused but concerned. And that's what you kind of pick up in your hiding, is that's what they're feeling. With your 16, Agni, you see Ryu get real nervous real quick, like instant sweat on the forehead. He starts looking around also. Like
as he does that, I immediately look like dead stare, 1,000-yard stare into his eyes. Like, I see that upsets you. If you're a part of them, I would appreciate you tell me. Otherwise, you'll end up just like them.
Oh, fuck. Fucking A. Just roll me a D20. Just roll me a D20. Just straight D20. I just want the dice to decide what happens next.
13.
A 13. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. So, there we go. They are going to bring their hands up and begin to cast a spell.
Can we tell?
I would say you see this, you see them beginning to cast a spell.
I would advise not. That's how they started the last encounter too.
Yeah, they're still going to try and do it. But you see that the elf raises their hand and they kind of begin to almost like shape a circle and push it towards the hands of Ryu. And it closes in over the magic that he's casting as he casts Counterspell.
Oh.
It says, Ryu, what are you doing? And he turns and he is going to start running.
I got him.
Ryu's running?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Can I do a call shot?
I would say so, yeah. I would say you could do a called shot. And Rolak, you said you were going to jump up and start running after him too?
Yeah, just immediately like...
Okay. So for the running, for the chase part here, Rolak, we're gonna do interesting thing here. I think it's gonna be a contested dex check. And if you get for the speed, so if you get more than 5 over them, you catch them quicker than Aspen's arrow can reach them. If not, then Aspen's arrow beats you there. Especially after your blood rage happening, your senses are quite high right now. So I'll see that contested dex check first, huh?
I was gonna say, yeah. If neither one of them catch him before he gets out to 80 feet away from me, I'm gonna cast Entangle on him.
Entangle, okay, got it. I think that's enough already to be called your signature spell.
Yeah.
So contested with Kevin.
No. So Kevin's gonna roll a contested dex check against Ryu to see if he catches him quickly. It catches him at all, and then catches him quickly. Actually, if he doesn't, then your called shot is still going to be a factor as well.
I mean, if
I was saying, can I cast Entangle on him anyway to make the area in front of him rough terrain to half his speed?
Casting would be quick, yeah, and we're not really in initiative order here either.
I mean, like I'm trying to if anything, if I don't entangle him, that'll at least half his speed. So
what I will say is,
quick.
Well, Rolak's going to be close enough that, and this is all kind of happening quick enough that Rolak might get caught up in the entangle if you do that and be restrained.
Okay, I'm gonna let them play out, and like I said, if he hits that threshold, I'm gonna entangle him then.
Okay.
Would I have seen Aspen's arrow? Or would I have seen him fire it at all?
What's your passive perception?
13.
13 is stealth and higher than that. Yeah,
okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead with the next check.
Hopefully Aspen's called shot is not a low one as well, because that's a factor as well. Okay, so we're gonna do contested dex here first. Just straight up dex.
21.
21. Okay. I don't think they can potentially beat that.
Good.
They can potentially beat that. We'll see.
16 is a good night.
16.
That's 5.
That beats it by 5. Yeah. So you are able to reach them and grab them. Aspen, you can still make the called shot, but Rolak is already there. So go ahead and make the shot. It is going to be, I mean, so you're talking about your sharpshooter feat called shot side of it? Is that what you mean when you say called shot?
I don't have sharpshooter.
Oh, you don't have sharpshooter. Okay, you're just trying to make it real.
I was gonna aim specifically for one of his legs.
Oh, okay. So I would to do it specifically.
But that's only if he's still running.
Oh yeah, the way it's all playing out, like Rolak was jumping up as you were shooting. So I would say go ahead and make the attack. It's gonna be if you get it's gonna be an additional 2 AC to hit the leg. So if you hit the AC or one above only, then there'll be some rolls about where the arrow ends up. But if you get above the +2 AC, then you're good to go.
I would also ask, since that I'm stealth, is this it with advantage?
Yes, I'll give you advantage.
That's a 25.
What?
25.
25. Oh yeah.
You hit the exact tendon you were aiming for.
So
You're not
there's
running
this
anywhere
moment there's this moment of Rollock vampire running out of the darkness, just and like you do this dive tackle and wrap around, and as you like wrap around the hips to tackle him, you look down and see the shot go through the leg as you are falling into the ground, and hear him yelling out in pain, "Ah! Let me go! Fuck, let me go!"
I'm gonna stuff something into his mouth, like immediately.
Okay. Let's see here. As you do that, they are going to try and make an elemental strike against you, just because they are gonna fucking try and do something here. They put their hands out, and you feel like a blast of cold hit your chest for a 23 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Okay.
And this is probably not within a minute of like raging, right?
No.
We've never discussed that. I assume it's the same.
Yeah, it would be. So you're going to take. This is going to be 11 points of cold damage.
Ooh.
Or I guess, what are you guys doing at this point here?
I'm gonna. I would like to hem him
Just
up. I got manacles
figure it
and
Okay.
I got some kind of fabric or something. I'm gonna shove it into his mouth so I can't talk.
Okay, got it. You do that. And we'll say with the rolls that you guys have and the arrow that's through his leg, that is enough for you to get some manacles on him. As the elf comes up to you three, kind of doing his own little running to get there.
And when I'm done, when I'm standing up to where Rio can see me, I'd like to cast False Life again and let the frost kind of consume of what he hit me with to almost
Nice.
like turn a little bit of health out of it too.
Yeah, very cool. Love it. Okay. As you do that, the elf walks up beside you and is kind of panting. What the hell is going on? I'm Professor Davenar. I think we should sit and talk. And I think that's a good place to end the session for today.
Oh,
We should kill him. No.
These are the reasons why I wish to.
Cool. Well, you guys, I still have more prepared for this. What was a one shot? Now, we still have not gotten to everything that I've prepared. So if you guys are cool to keep this little story going, then we can keep it going for another one.
Yeah, of course.
And lean that into whatever we shoot for next. I'm gonna be withholding here and say no level up yet. We're gonna finish up after this one.
No.
Sorry. We can do a quick highlight direction if you guys want to do a highlight direction for today.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Give an
sure.
idea. It's kind of on rails a little bit, so it's not a ton of direction. But if there's something you guys want to see or an aspect that you particularly would like to revisit,
I'm definitely down for highlight direction.
we'll go. Yeah, screen order. I just assume let's do screen order always. If I don't say anything, then just assume screen order.
I think highlight definitely just the dumb conversations we have.
Like, what the fuck is happening?
I feel like it's because we're doing like this sort of like one shot like setting
Mhm.
that like there's such a freedom in like what we
Yeah.
do.
For sure.
Just it feels like even if something does happen, like the consequences aren't like severe enough. Like oh whatever.
Yeah, you guys decided to fucking break in. I'm like, all right, so like there's gonna be some certain things I have set up here for those guards and like distractions and whether they work or not. You're like, so are there windows? And I'm like, I should have seen that coming.
We do not have the tools.
Here's a snake.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Direction. Just kind of see obviously where this all takes us, and then personally just trying to find a balance or like what I'm actually doing with this character.
Yeah, totally.
Because I feel like I'm probably gonna change it again.
Yeah, that's totally okay. That's I'm doing the early stuff before hopping into a campaign in the new world for that exact reason. So we can have something set up. That's exactly why we're running these. Cool, got it.
All right. Highlight, yeah, definitely just the dumb things we're saying and how ridiculous we are. And y'all think I'm doing this just for one shots. No, this is a campaign. I will be like this the entire campaign. I want y'all to know. But no, this is great. I love it. Fucking snake. But and then direction, yeah, just really diving into this corruption, government corruption, or whatever it is, the conspiracies, all that type of stuff, and seeing how that ties into the much bigger things with the void and everything. Just learning more lore and backstory about this place.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got that coming to plenty.
Yeah.
Not just me. We have that.
Oh, yeah.
Both. Yeah, we got that coming to plenty. Kev, finally you.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the other two about that. Like just how smoothly our chaos has been flowing recently. And then I've been digging the combats. I feel like, are you trying out new dynamics or anything like that, or? It feels like
A
they're
little bit.
more,
I mean, I'll just tell you guys. You know me. I like to reskin stuff.
Yeah.
We're in a school, so I'm using a lot of Strixhaven stat blocks right now.
Okay.
So
I've never seen that one dude before. That's for sure. That was cool.
Yeah. So if you get, I'm using a lot of Strixhaven stat blocks right now because that's kind of the flavor we're at for the school, and that's what seemed to make sense to me.
It was cool seeing a melee healing and caster dynamic on this on the battlefield because that's dangerous and I love it. So
I am certainly trying to make combat more dynamic and more than just like, hey, 4 things attack you, like just spreading out, what type of enemies are on the field and what they're doing for sure.
Yeah. And I think as far as direction, like more of the combat, more of that dynamic combat for us to figure it out as we're in it and stuff like that. And it feels a little bit more I don't know if it's not steep, but we're facing a lot steeper. We're just not well prepared, I don't think. Like our characters we're like, oh shit, man, we're missing a lot of things that we normally feel we have, and
right. Yeah, for sure.
So that's fun to like figure it out.
Cool. Well, I will try and do that in all games. That is my goal in attempting to settle into more engaging combat. So I dig it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the session, guys. We'll do another couple weeks for the next one. I think because that works for me. If that works for you guys.
Yep.
And then once we get through this little story part, we'll hop into something else and see how that looks from there. Do some more stories. All right. Later, guys.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Bye.